Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. We are live, by the way, but I forgot something super important.
Oh,
there we go. 3, 2, 1, and we're live! Hello all, welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. My name, as always, is Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I am here with my vivacious brother, Alex.
here I
My vexatious friend, Mr. David Wijsman.
Hi.
And my valuable friend, Mr. Justin Thomas James.
I'm worth $7.
You're worth more than $7, my friend. You are worth all the money in the world if I were a rich man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. We are here with a little game called, what's the name, Justin?
Survivo El Tropico.
Survival El Tropico. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this Wednesday night live stream of crazy epic proportions. Tonight, we're going wild and wacky, desert island stranded style. Coconut, telephone, Gilligan, the whole nine, and we are so happy that you are with us on this Wednesday night. So thank you for being here. Oh yeah. Man, Saturday we did 24 hours in support of Extra Life. We did a 24-hour live streaming marathon where I played inside with my buddy Justin. We played around the table D&D with my brother Alex and Mycl and Chris and Joe. And we played Stardew with Joe, and I played co-op games with Chris and Justin, and we talked and talked and talked. And by the next day, you'd think I'd be tired of talking, but I wasn't. I could have kept going. But we did it all for Extra Life, and we raised over $5,000 for the Children's Mental Health.
Fantastic.
It is not just fantastic. How fucking dare you? No, it is surreal. It was something that was so heartwarming and heart-wrenching and kind and generous, and it left me speechless when we achieved it. So a sincere and heartfelt thank you to every single person who didn't just donate money, but donated their time and their interest and their care to it. There are so many people to thank, not just the people who helped me with the stream, and not just the INVICTUS people, but the people who just sat with me for 24 hours and hung out. The people who shared the actual posts and ideas, and the people who messaged me the night of and said, "Hey man, you did good. Go to sleep." There were just so much outpouring from the community. It was ridiculous.
So, to thank everybody, we're going to list off every single name of every person who had any involvement
whatsoever since the dawn of time. This is since the dawn of time. Start, Alex.
Okay, so
no, we're not doing that. But what we are going to do is we are going to announce that the winners, because what we had is we had a bit of a draw that you could win postcards or you could get in on a game with some of the INVICTUS people. Unfortunately, because I'm still tallying the numbers, even though I said I would do it the night of, I just want to make sure that everything's crystal clear. I'm going to make a video tomorrow announcing who won everything, and so if you want to find out what you won, if anything, check tomorrow, and I'll put more details on that tomorrow in the Facebook group, and that's where we'll be announcing it. But just thank you. I mean, half of you are probably sick of us saying thank you for everything, but it is something so humbling and sincerely flattering, and it's just amazing. So one last time, I'm sure it won't be, but thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for everything that you did for fucking crazy. But you know what? On the other hand, it's also nice to get back to regular scheduled programming. A bit of that stress is off. There's still lots that I have to do. We have albums unlocked. We have a made RPG to do. But for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we get to hang out and play a fucking survival game where we're stuck on a tropic island. I'm so excited to switch this off. Grim's done. Fucking all that's done, and I got on vacation, and I'm just excited to hang out with you guys, the community. Like, we're hanging out on the couch and chatting. That's what we're doing tonight. So thank you for hanging out. It is, of course, an 18+ show. We're going to say lots of no-no words like fuck, peanut butter, caca-poo-poo, In-N-Out burger.
You guys, you're triggering me right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shit. Trigger warning for anyone who doesn't like In-N-Out burger. And of course, we're going to be doing the mid-game and the end-game.
It's okay. Shake Shack. Shake Shack. Shake Shack. It's okay.
But MVP this week, I would like to announce, is a person. Hey, we haven't seen that in a while. 18+ viewer warning, beware.
Wow, 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 wow.
And I'm excited.
Should have run this
what's
during the
coming up.
24 hour.
We got like Feng Shui gonna be finished at some point. January's coming up too. We're gonna start a whole new 10-parter. You guys are gonna love it.
It's insane. It's insane. Insanity.
It's totally insane. MVP is we reward to the person or persons who posted during the week to sort of have the most influential or inspiring or awesome post. This week's a bit different, actually. This person didn't per se post something on their own, but this is someone who had not earned XP as of yet, and someone who has been constantly a part of the group and been very, very cool. So we would like to award, where's my drum roll? XP to Jal Watson. That's right.
We're jowling.
Why? Jal Watson, besides being an awesome person, is consistently, every single person that joins the group, he is there saying welcome. And a lot of people do it. And a lot of people, you know, will tag on and listen. I love it. We love it. But I always, without fail, see Jal's name right there, especially near the top, welcoming people to the group. And it is so important because it builds that sense of community that we're trying to get across, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're about. We're about community. We're about hanging out. We're about family.
Yes. Familial.
Oh. Hugs, David. Hug. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. It's a good hug, David. So thank you, Jal. You win MVP, Most Valuable Post. Tonight's a weird one. Tonight's a game that has no system. It's a system we call Justin Brain's system. It's one he's created on his own.
He made it himself.
He went to the garden, he planted a brain seed, and he reaped what grew, and it ended up being Survivo El Tropico.
It comes in coconut shells.
It does, and you have to crack it open, and you listen, and you drain the water into it.
He's like, oh, great idea.
You know what? It reminds me of, I love Swiss Family Robinson, the old one from the 60s.
Oh, fuck, I love that
That's
movie.
such a great movie.
My favorite part
is like how, you know, they land on the island and like shit goes wrong, and then like they have like the little shack, right? And it's like, and then the woman's like, I would like something better, and he's like, all right, dear, I'll do it. And then sure enough, it's like a week later, and it's a fucking like mansion at the top of
treehouse mansion. Yeah.
And but the thing was, she never even saw it. He's like, oh, and I have this to show you too. Remember, they're lying in the bed, and he pulls the fucking thing, and it reveals, so you can see the stars. She's like, it's perfect.
It's beautiful.
And I didn't have to do anything. My boys just did the entire thing for me in a week. I just appreciated it so much. So
Ernst. And remember the little kid, and he's like, Mom,
and he's riding the fucking turtle or some shit. He's just like,
if you haven't seen it,
that kid's just climbing on everything. He's like climbing on like every fucking animal. Remember, he like keeps grabbing it. It's like a big bunny, and he'll like grab on it, and he'll start riding it. And
this is Swiss Family Robinson.
And they spit on the rock, and fucking
Swiss Family Robinson.
Good movie, Swiss Family Robinson. So
that movie. Wait, I feel like that was. I think I've seen one scene from it, and they're like there's like a bunch of pirates climbing up a rock trying to get to them, and they're like shooting like slingshots at them. And throwing rocks.
When the pirates come, it gets real deadly because
if you haven't seen it, 1960 Swiss Family Robinson.
60?
Walt Disney. Yeah.
Is it 60? I guess 68.
1960.
I'm guessing 60.
I googled it already.
Okay, fair enough. Good thing I didn't guess differently. Yeah, Swiss Family Robinson's good. So the goal in tonight's game is to make that. A mansion.
So
make
we
that
just have to compete
better
with Walt Disney. We're just gonna do something better than Walt Disney.
It ain't hard to beat Walt Disney. The guy's dead. Just slap a corpse.
Canadian Family Invictus.
Swiss Family Robinson.
I still don't.
All right.
It's a try. I tried.
That's that. Let's do it.
Sweet. Are we ready to do this? I want to just check my timing.
For what?
Am I lagging at all? Am I okay?
No, you sound good.
Okay, we're good then. We're good to go.
There's no other announcements. I don't think I'll do a spooky stream this weekend. I might actually. I might start Evil Within 2, which is just. I'm excited. Aish and Bob bought it for me, which thank you very much, by the way.
Did you even like Evil Within?
I hated the first one.
Yeah.
That's why I like famously ripped anyone who's seen the spooky streams. I like famously ripped it apart. I was like, this game's fucking stupid. So I'm kind of excited to play the second one as like a challenge, just to see how much I can hate it and like cut it up. It'd be like one of those like Mystery Science Theater. I'll just be like, stupid man. But watch, I love it. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
do it.
We ready to run the credits?
Yeah, let's run the credits. Let's get into this shit.
Let's run the fucking credits.
Harlan. Run the credits.
Run the credits.
The credits? All right, let's run the credits, everyone.
The most important thing to remember if you'll find yourself stranded on a deserted island is that a positive and optimistic frame of mind can be the difference between life and death. But of course, all you need is a modicum of common sense, as being adaptable and above all keeping your mind focused and positive will give you the best and most real chance at surviving.
Think about it. There must be higher love, down in the heart, hidden in the stars above.
Today's episode is called Cove Craziness.
What?
Gary O'Neill.
That's me.
That's you. You find yourself face down in the dirt, or it feels like dirt. It might be dirt. It might be really small rocks, but you're not too sure right now.
England.
It might be
England.
It might be.
Oh, it tastes like England sand.
Okay, well, you try opening your eyes. Your eyes are really, they're like glued shut with the dirt, possibly English dirt.
I start scooping the sand into my face.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, England.
Yeah.
So glad to be home.
The sand, as you scrape it towards you, you feel a shell, and the shell is it's like a spiral. And
wait a minute,
you know those shells aren't in England.
These shells aren't in England. Oh no! I open my eyes.
Okay, and immediately you are hit with a wave of pain in your eyeballs because the sun is so bright.
Oh, it's definitely not England. Oh, God.
Can I hear him from my position on the beach?
Yeah. Okay, so Scat, you also come to. Everything is dark, but you hear this sound over and over. This whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Oh, God damn it. Who's screaming? I got a hangover.
This is not England.
Oh, fucking... Gary?
Definitely, yeah. It's someone that you know. It is your partner, and you don't know how or where you are, but yeah, there's still lots of sand around you. And as you push yourself from the dirt, you feel something pinch your toe, and it hurts a lot.
And I look down.
It's a crab. There's a little orange crab. You might be on his turf.
And I pick up the crab and I toss it. And I take a quick look around through squinted eyes. Where am I?
The place you see is somewhere that you're pretty familiar with now. Actually, you're on an island. You're on an island, a tropical island. There's palm trees and coconut trees. Just you can vaguely make them out, and you're surrounded by water. And just down the beach a little bit, you see someone who's dressed kind of like you, who you can surmise to be Gary, and he is observing the shells on the ground.
Gary, you need to be quiet. I have a fucking migraine. I start walking towards him, and as I do, I trip over a beer can and I pick it up. Oh, all right, this might help.
And as I lean down to get up, I feel with my hand. It feels like glass. Oh, what is it? Oh, might as well drink this now too.
Weird.
There's a perfectly balanced glass of Guinness sitting right on the beach, right next to your head.
And it's still cold. Oh.
And as you begin to shamble towards each other, your vision blurry, and the light only from the new day, the dawning sunlight. You don't see the body that's lying on the ground in between you guys, and you both trip on it simultaneously.
Oh,
God.
Ah!
Milligan?
Why are my legs so wet?
oh, Milligan!
And I bend down and I help up Milligan, the third part of our famous comedy troupe that performed on the vessel that crashed, and I help him up.
We both bend down and help him up at the same time.
Indeed, Milligan's pants are very wet. He's nowhere near the water.
Did you?
It mostly stems from the groinal area.
Oh, Milligan.
Oh, I guess I thought I was dead.
No,
Milligan! Oh, you forgot your tie and your dress shirt again.
We're professionals. You must understand that even washing up on the shore of a beach doesn't mean we can't be professional now.
I thought it was Casual Friday.
No, it's never casual.
A bird flies overhead, and you feel a soft pat on your shoulder, Scat, as you're literally scatted on. It's poop. It's bird poop.
Isn't that supposed to be lucky, guys?
Oh, God.
No?
Where are we?
Well, now, look, guys. I'm piecing a few things together. Okay, I remember we were on the cruise ship for months and months, and we performed every night, and applause echoed in my mind still. We were very, very popular.
Flashback. You're on the cruise ship, and you're surrounded. You're in front of you. There's a whole bunch of people, a big audience full of people dressed in nice evening gowns and
a cigarette in my lip as I'm singing Rocket Man to Milligan on the trumpet.
That's right. It's a musical performance, and something goes wrong. The audience starts looking at you strangely. What's going on? What happens?
Oh, this was the night of our big fight. I remember this. It was all your, and I turn right in the present to Gary. It was your fault. I remember now. I remember being on stage, and it was your fault.
Well, it wasn't my fault. You make decisions and things happen, and then I reacted.
No. I make decisions for the best of us, and we all agreed, that's Milligan, you, and me, that Dorothy would not come between us, and you took her out. I remember.
Well, she's, after all, my wife.
No, she is not your wife. Milligan and I saw her first. We bought her a drink at the bar, and the three of us decided at that moment that no one would touch Dorothy, and then you asked her out, and we found out that, I remember now. Remember, Milligan? It was right before the performance. Remember when you came and you told me?
Yes.
I specifically remember paying you two off. I said, I will pay you 1/3 each of my paychecks on that one particular trip, not all trips going forward, for her to be mine.
Yeah, well,
I claimed her.
Yeah,
she
but
was
you know
my
what?
property.
You can't claim a woman like that, and that's just what we agreed on. And Milligan and I aren't talking to you. Come on, Milligan. And I start walking towards the higher.
Okay.
The beach does it curves around and heads into like a midland, very tropic, lush area with lots of foliage, and it's very dense. And you can hear the sounds of tropical birds and monkeys. Different varieties of animals just chirping and hooting and hollering. And also in the distance you see a large volcano jutting out of the ground, and you imagine it's a volcano even though it looks just like a regular mountain.
And I stop Milligan and I put my hand on his chest. Do you remember where we were last on the cruise ship?
The hot and cold buffet?
No, I mean in the South Pacific. Whereabouts? I remember being somewhere.
All right. I say, and I storm up to join you guys. Listen, I'm done with the British accent. It was stupid all along. You're absolutely right. I don't even know why I do it.
Gary, I'm not talking to you, and neither is Milligan. I don't care if we're on this deserted island. I think you and I have finally said our last goodbyes.
Well, Then fine. I'm taking Milligan and we're going this way.
No,
come on, Milligan.
I'm taking Milligan, and I grab Milligan by the other arm. And Milligan's coming with me because bros don't date Dorothy. And
well,
I pull it.
Doesn't matter because bros did date Dorothy and I pull him back.
No, it does matter, and we both agreed that Dorothy was no one's.
So you continue to pull on Milligan in both directions, and the sun slowly makes its way across the sky, and eventually gets
This is
to
a 5-minute argument.
midday.
Believe me, we've had plenty.
Midday?
Midday.
Finally, I let go of Milligan's arm and I say, "Fine, Gary. If you really want this to be done, if you really want to move on from this, then I get to slap you."
Slap me?
Yeah. We said that if anybody goes back on our promise, if anyone follows up on Dorothy, and you did, then you get a good slap, and I'm going to slap you. What do you say?
Fine. But fine. Just once.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I'm not going to tell you when it's coming, and I'm going to slap you. And when I slap you, Milligan, as our witness, you can't slap me back.
Fine.
Understood.
When we get back, we're going to talk to Dorothy, and I have nothing to do with her, and neither will you, and neither will Milligan.
Well, we'll see about that. And I turn towards the volcano. Now,
we will.
Maybe we should climb that volcano and try to get a peek at where we are.
I'm sure we're just on the south end of England.
You keep saying that. I don't think England has palm trees, my friend.
God, I'm afraid you might be right, but...
Milligan, you used to be a
Not to be,
navigator
I
in the
hope.
Navy. What say you of these volcanoes?
Volcanoes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's some hot springs somewhere where we could take a nice bath. I'm so full of sand and pee.
I think that sounds nice. I could
You
go
also-
for a good bath and shower.
You also realize that you're quite thirsty, being on this desert island. There's
Well, I
and being in the
still have my
sunflower.
beer.
yeah, but it's not very refreshing. It's very like dark and gritty. It's almost like a meal. You don't feel hungry, but you feel
Satisfied
thirsty.
and happy.
You do that too, and a little tipsy.
All right. So you want to do hot springs? I think the volcano makes the most sense. What say you, Gary?
I think food would be a good thing.
Well, here comes logic to save the day. Yeah, if we want to go with the obvious thing, food, water, shelter. But you know what, Gary? Maybe we should take a second and appreciate where we are. Look at this. And I point to the palm trees. When was the last time you guys saw palm trees from New York? New York doesn't have these. But look here. Look where we are. There's one right here. Look. It's gorgeous.
That is a small palm tree.
It's a tiny little guy.
Just a little tiny palm tree, and as you look at it, it actually gets up and moves. It walks away.
What the hell?
Oh.
This palm tree is a walking palm tree.
Well,
It walks into the brush and disappears behind a fern.
Maybe it's leading us to food and water.
yeah. Okay, let's follow.
I follow it.
And I
First-
follow too.
Before
Okay.
before this though, I say, guys, we need some water for the road though, and I start trying to climb a coconut tree to grab one of the bigger ones to grab a coconut to
I watch
split
him do
open.
that.
And
Okay,
I pay
yeah,
no
yeah, yeah.
attention as I crawl on my hands and feet into the bush following this walking palm tree.
That's perfect. So, you guys, the way this is going to work, it works a little differently than most RPGs that we've played.
Excellent.
But we're going to go into a bit of a survival montage here, and you guys get to describe what you do. You each have 3 different survival skills. There's building, cooking, and gathering. And upon reaching level 4 of each of those, any of those, you get to specialize in different varieties of each. So let's do this montage. It's your first day on the island. What do each of you do? We've got Milligan climbing a tree. So I want you to roll a 1d10 for your gathering roll there, Milligan.
Okay. Okay, a 7.
A 7. Okay, that's perfect. So you've got a level, what do you say, level 1 gathering?
Yeah, level 1.
So you climb that palm tree or the coconut tree, and you get to the top, and you realize there aren't any coconuts on the top, but you do find a lot of like leaves, like dried out leaves, and you collect it into a bunch of thatch.
Yeah.
And now it's up to you, but you can spend a certain amount of energy to get that. You can spend 1 energy, or you can spend 5 energy, and you'll get more thatch depending on how much energy you spend.
I'll spend. Ooh. How does regenerating energy work?
You'll get new energy every day.
Oh,
Sleeping,
okay.
Like real.
Sleeping. Okay. Yeah, I'll use 1 energy to gather some more thatch.
Some more thatch. Okay. So then you'll spend that. You'd have used 1 energy on that, and then you can use more if you want.
Oh, I've already used 1 energy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna get more thatch.
Okay. So you climb back down. Now, what are the other guys doing? Give me a bit of a montage sort of feel, guys.
Gary.
Oh, me? Okay. Well, here I am, crawling onto the ground. I realized that the walking palm tree is actually just a miniature palm tree, seedling on the back of a crab.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so and seeing that, my montage, I build a little fire.
And I slap his hands away. And I say, no, I'll do it. Because you have no points in building, and I might as well put all my points in building, because I don't think either of you do.
Fine, then. Scat, take it away.
As you try to gather that, I give him the old razzle-dazzle mataz.
And I continue to gather little...
I was lead singer of our troupe as well as magician, apparently, and I have a little bit of a flame up my sleeve.
Okay.
And I wait till someone gathers a bit of wood, and I build a fire, which I'm going to call building, with a 7, and I have 3 basic checked off.
Okay, perfect. So you have no problem. You spend your energy to build a fire. That just takes 1 energy.
More heat in this sweltering climate.
Yeah. So yeah, you've got a fire as the sun's kind of getting into a late afternoon sort of position. The Gary didn't end up making a fire. So what are you doing? Oh, what are your stats, by the way? Who has what?
So I have 2 basic cooking. I'm going to share this with everybody.
3 in building.
I have 2 in cooking and 1 in gathering. So I'm going to use my 1 in gathering to gather, and that's when the fire is done, and I come back, and I've got 1 pointy stick filled with like a dozen little tiny crabs. Just a spectacular meal, and I use my cooking as well to give this 3 out of 10 delicious meal.
Okay, yeah. So you do manage actually on the fire to cook up that crab, and it squeals and squirms before it dies. And you get a basic meal.
Excellent.
So with this meal, you can gain all of your hit points back up to full. And you guys weren't at full. You guys are at 7 hit points to start.
Whoa.
So you guys are back at 10 for tonight.
So I walk over and I take the crab and I kind of look down at Gary. Did you make this, Gary?
Actually, I did, Scat. You see, while you were busy practicing your vocal skills, I was in the kitchen, actually cooking.
Yeah, well,
for
maybe
Dorothy
if you practice
and I.
your vocal skills, we wouldn't have needed that encore on the 15th, if you know what I mean.
Look, that wasn't just my mistake, okay? There was someone in the audience that made this face,
Listen,
okay?
It's easy to blame the audience when it comes down to it, but you know as well as I do that the audience pays our paycheck. Milligan?
Yes.
You with me on this?
Ooh.
Milligan's always the tiebreaker.
That's right.
What do you say, Milligan? Who's more right? Come
Milligan
on.
and I agree.
I feel very uncomfortable right now.
Milligan,
I'm thankful for the food. I am thankful for the fire. Did anyone see my thatch?
Yeah, it's really
good.
But listen,
It's just a bundle of leaves sitting in the corner.
Yeah, great bundle of leaves there, Milligan. Really hard to get that.
Now,
I don't appreciate your patronizing tone.
Oh, I'm not. I'm being sarcastic. My apologies. Real good there, Milligan.
Listen, Scat, why don't
Sorry,
you use that
words right?
Why don't you use that wonderful voice of yours and voice us up some shelter?
You know what? I would. Okay? But you know what? It's not raining.
Just at that moment.
Justin?
No, it's not raining at all.
Perfect. And I just stand there waiting. I just stand there waiting for a moment.
What time is it right now? Like what? Sorry, where is the sun?
The sun is getting close to an evening position, but you still got some daylight to go around if you wanted to. Now, what were your stats there, David?
I've got 2 building and 1 gathering.
Now, at the beginning, you were thinking about putting those 2 into gathering, right? Instead.
Yeah, because and then one in building then, so I can help. Yeah.
There we go.
I will happily take your help, Milligan. My father was a carpenter. Some called him Jesus. Others pronounced it Jesus.
All right. So who's still got energy left? We still got.
How much energy did I use to?
I only used 1, so I'm pretty damn energetic. So I take a jog down the beach, angry at Gary, and I'm muttering under my breath. I'm like, Dorothy, why is it always a dame?
Gary used 3 energy. And back to Scat arguing about Dorothy with himself.
God, always a dame between us and Gary.
Are you jogging down the beach?
Yeah, I got lots of energy, and I want to see where we're at. Anything I see a little bit down?
Oh yeah, and you stop suddenly as the land stops in a drop. Woo. And there is a cove, a beautiful cove in the island. It looks like the island is kind of a C shape. Oh. With foliage all around the sea and beach all around the exit and a cove in the middle of the sea.
Well, now this I like. And I go heading back to the other boys. Say, gentlemen, we're in paradise.
I'm stuffed.
We are in Gary on the back. I slap Gary in the back and I take a bite of the soft shell crab and toss it down by the fire. Gentlemen, we've been looking at this all wrong. We washed up here on this shore thinking that our lives were over. I was looking at those palm trees looking to find a good one to hang myself on. But you know what? I think this is just the thing we need. No more dames. No more fighting about who gets who. Gentlemen, it's the 3 of us, the last 3 men alive on Earth. Let's build a new paradise here. A society free of fighting over women. We'll use each other. We'll sing songs. We'll use each other sexually. We'll cut down trees. We'll use each other. I'll build things. It'll be fantastic. And just over that ridge there, we have a cove, the likes of which I've never seen. Gentlemen, this is paradise.
All of a sudden, it starts to rain.
Right. You know something, Scat? We really should have had a shelter built by now. God damn it.
Now listen here, Gary. Milligan and I aren't going to deal with it. And I walk away from the fire and I walk over to the woods grumbling. And with the remainder of my energy, I built a small lean-to. Rabble.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, you find a good spot. A good.
You can use my thatch.
I will use your thatch, and I rolled a 0, which is a 10. Either really good or really bad.
That's really good. So and your building level is level 3.
Yep.
Okay, so you're able to make a lean-to, but I will say that as you are building with the wood that, well, I imagine that.
Well, I did a natural lean-to, meaning I grabbed a tree and I climbed it a bit and I used my weight to bend it over.
Can we help him? Because I rolled a 6 to help.
Yeah. No, that's good. No, 0 is great. That's a 10. That's perfect.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but you're welcome to help him, and that's going to boost his ability to build this lean-to. But really, the lean-to itself, because of the mechanics of this game, the lean-to itself is great, and it's going to provide some great role-play comfort. But as you are making it, you do actually... What kind of resources were you able to get there, David? Did you roll again?
Well, I was gonna roll again to gather some more. I got a 3, but I've got a 2 of gathering. So
that's perfect. So
I just got a bunch of banana, coconut shells, and
you find some wood. You find 3 pieces of wood, and you bring that back. And as As Scat finishes the lean-to, he sees the wood and he has an idea.
Hey.
He takes some of the thatch and he takes some of the wood.
Yeah.
And he builds. You can build one of each, or you can build 3 of these total there, Harlan. A hunting spear, a hatchet, and a pickaxe.
I will build one of each.
Perfect.
Because I will take the hatchet. I will give the hunting spear to the gatherer, which I believe was Gary.
No.
Nope. My friend Milligan. And I will give the third thing. What was it?
The pickaxe.
The pickaxe.
Wait.
Pickaxe.
Maybe we should give you the pickaxe, Milligan.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I'm more cooking. I'll take the hunting spear.
Yeah, that's better. Okay, I'll do that. I'll switch it up.
We'll use that as a kebab.
And I'll stand under the edge of the lean-to,
go.
and I'll bring the fire closer to the lean-to, so that I'll keep one.
We
lit.
pick up the fire and
I
move
will light a new fire, and I'll stand in the edge of the lean-to, and I'll say, "Well, this is my lean-to, Gary. Now you can join my paradise, like Milligan has, and we can all say, to hell with dames, and start this brand new adventure together, or you can stay out there in the rain and be a soppy sap."
Well, and now here's where I'm a little embarrassed, because I was going to agree with you and I was going to put it all aside, but then it started raining and it changed my entire mood. It got me all pissy, and then of course I freaked on you.
Well,
so you know what, Scat? I'm sorry, okay? You're absolutely right. That's why I came over here and I helped you build this lean-to, which really is a very good effort on our part, but since we didn't gather anything and only Milligan got all the wood, it's really just some wood piled up against a tree.
Well, you know what? Put her there, old friend, and I slap you at wrist, and we shake, and I say,
Me
this
too.
is going to be a good, let's saw some wood together.
You know what? And Milligan, and I put my hand on Milligan's shoulder as I'm
Milligan,
holding your
you're
hand.
still here, right? Yeah.
And I squeeze his shoulder, and I make, massage his shoulder.
Yeah, me too.
This is, you know what? This is just, we are going to make this work.
So
And
good. It's going to be great. But the
and
first
maybe
things
we'll-
first. Listen, we have food, and we have shelter. But we don't have a name for our new paradise. Milligan, you're the name Smith.
I call it Milligan's Island.
And you know what, friend? I like it. It has a certain ring to it, originality. It speaks of a tour, 3 hours in length, roughly. Man, it makes me excited.
A 3-hour tour.
That's
And
hey,
you all start to sing together.
I was just about to propose that.
You all start singing in harmony together. As the sun sets over the horizon.
We're all sitting arm in arm with our beers, sitting on the beach and leaning back and forth and be like, to our new dame-free paradise. And we all clink glasses.
We'll call it the Dame-Free Paradise. That on Milligan's Island. The Dame-Free Paradise on Milligan's Island.
And may never a dame come between the 3 best friends ever again.
That's right. Cheers.
I call it Brotropolis. And Dame's Paradise on Milligan's Island.
Down with Dorothy.
Brotropolis.
Down with Dorothy, that wench. How dare she steal all 3 of our hearts?
End. No, not actually the end. But meanwhile, as the sun sets on the horizon behind the rumbling volcano that isn't actually rumbling yet, we zoom in on the cove, the beautiful cove that is filled with sparkling adamantine water. Adamantine? Is that the right word?
Adamantium, yeah, Wolverine's bones.
Exactly. Adamantine water. And it's calm except for the sound of 3 gallivanting gentlemen singing and drinking and having a fire.
We are all gentlemen.
Gentle as the wind.
As the rain has died down slightly, still there.
You see, gentlemen, the heavens have listened. It's getting more beautiful.
Dame-free paradise.
The water in the cove begins to bubble a little bit.
Ooh. Hot spring.
No, not exactly a hot spring.
Uh-oh.
The bubbles come from a shadow that rises in the cove, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until something breaks the surface of the water.
Do we see it from our vantage point?
No, not at all. It's
Okay,
all
so
dark.
this is just during. We're still singing.
Yeah. You guys are singing in the background. You guys can still hear that. And from the water emerges the forehead of some slimy amphibian reptilian creature with bright big green eyes that have eyes that slits vertically and a fish spine that goes up down its forehead, and 2 slits for nostrils emerge from the water, and he looks around and sniffs the air, and it smells something new, and it makes a gurgling noise. And more of these creatures emerge from the murky depths of the adamantine water and begin to stalk onto the shore of the cove, their webbed feet making imprints in the sand.
And I turn
as
to
they
the
make their
boys
way
and I
towards
say,
the thing.
you know what I like most about our paradise here? No
The
fish
fact
people.
that there are no women.
Creatures of any sort.
And
no
that too.
monsters or ghouls or monsters or
Nothing to
ghouls.
worry about.
Do you remember that picture they showed on the cruise line? The swamp thing, that black and white hokiness? I'm so glad that this is a cove free of that nonsense.
Those movie producers, they really know how to make it.
What
you
they
know?
know.
Did you hear that?
Around toward the cove, and you see stepping from the tree line this monstrosity, this slimy man fish reptile thing.
I'm turning to Milligan, who's got we're talking and his back is to the things, and I'm like,
Right.
Yes, I know.
And I grab him on the shoulders and I spin him around.
But I turn to Scat. Scat, they can't be real.
Of course they're real. And I grab a fire poke from the fire, like a large log that's lit, and I say, to the woods! And I begin running into the woods.
Okay. So you run towards the woods, but you find yourselves, a creature steps out from the woods, and another one, and another one. And now we're going to do the next phase of El Survivo Tropico, which is the wave. Wave 1,
Hi.
everybody.
Hi, yeah.
So,
Wait for it.
There we go.
we gotta go.
Wave.
Oh yeah, I forgot I can make those noises too.
Yeah.
Okay. Step 1. We have to figure out if anybody has a scrap piece of paper and can keep track of stuff like this.
I have
it would
lots.
be very helpful. Step 1, the monsters are attacking. They've stepped from the cove and they are going to be on you in any second. You have to defend your little bit of a base here, which is the fire and the lean-to. Now, the fire and the lean-to don't really give you much protection, but it's a good thing you've got those tools, because those are going to give you guys a bonus to your attack. All right, so first things first, we have to roll your attack to see how much you can weaken the wave. There's no way out of this except for combat.
Interesting.
I'm ready.
All right, so everybody who got a tool, you guys are going to get one little attack icon. You see those in the top?
Yeah.
Right. Color one of those in.
Okay.
And for each one of those attack icons, you get to roll a 1d10
Nice.
to see how much you can weaken this wave.
And just for the stream, in case you think like this is We have no fucking idea what's going. Like Justin, like this isn't something we're like, oh yeah, okay, the wave's coming up. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
in the best way.
Brand spanking new.
In the best
Cooking
way.
coconut shells the whole time.
Yeah, I'm not saying this in a bad way. I think it's fantastic.
Role play is all a part of it, and you guys are going to get a benefit at some point for your wonderful role play. But let's see those D10s. So go ahead and roll those.
I'm loving Harlan's character, by the way, so far, Harlan.
Your character?
Yours. The abbot.
Yeah.
Costello or whatever.
It's a combination of all the old movies. I was watching an old movie just before.
So I've got a 7.
I had a 5.
What do these numbers mean again, Justin?
This is your attack versus the wave. So how much you're able to damage this wave before they get to you and deal damage to you and your base.
So a 7 means what?
A 7 means you did 7 points of damage, so that's pretty good.
So
5 points.
7, 5, and David, what did you get?
A 0.
A 0. That's 10. That's excellent.
Wow.
Go Milligan.
You roll a die for every attack thing you have?
You do, exactly. So if you have 3 attack things, if you've got a really good weapon, 3d10. Okay. So we got a 7, a 5, and a 10. That is 22 damage. So you guys, what is it that inspires you? What is it that inspires each of you to fight instead of run away?
Well, my knee-jerk reaction is to run to the woods, and as I run, I sort of stop and I skip and I and there's one that walks out towards me, and I'm picturing like bad movie black and white makeup, like they look fake, but I know they're not. Like,
and
I almost come back and I reel back and I'm like, ah! And I attack it by accident because I'm holding a hatchet.
But before he does that, I turn to Scat and Milligan and I say, do you remember that one musical we did with the tribes people?
Of course.
Remember the defense dance that we learned?
the Ooga Booga Dig?
That's it! The Ooga Booga Dig! Milligan, do the Ooga Booga Dig!
Milligan, you'll have to take the lead. I don't remember.
And all of a sudden, I flash back, and I'm in military camp training, military school training, and all of the training plus the Ooga Booga Dig come back to me, and I take my wooden what's it called? What is it? Pickaxe, and I stick it in the fire to get it flaming. And, and I take it out and I start doing this ridiculous dance, which involves lots of spinning, but it feels like slow motion to me. And I just start.
Oh, it's artwork.
And Scat has his weapon, and I have mine, and we all kind of go in different directions.
You're all doing the Ooga Booga dance in perfect coordination. It's, in fact, the best performance you have ever done of it.
It's the first time we had to do it for our lives.
The first time, but that's how it actually came into being. It was a Jamaican traditional dance that developed into this.
Our dance coach didn't know the true voodoo power of it. Who do? You do. Do what? Know the power.
And so the monsters, you're dancing away. You're so invested in the dance that the monsters, they continue to move forward. And from anybody watching on the outside, they would say that these monsters really were not affected by it at all. But as they get closer, your crazy movements and spinning hits them in the head and hits them in the arms and hits them in the legs, and they fall and they crash and they burn and they die.
Almost in a comedic style. They were like we're like focusing more on the dance and incidentally hitting them at the same time.
Yeah.
And they're like
exactly. Yeah, and you think it's some like voodoo that you're doing, but it's actually just physical pain. So many of them fall to the ground.
But it's actually just physical pain.
Many of them fall to the ground, but not all of them. A couple of them remain, and they break through your defenses.
What the fuck?
So, from that wave, I'll give you guys a clue into the mechanics of this, so you don't know I'm cheating. This wave had 20 plus 1d10, and I rolled a 9 strength.
So 29.
They have 29. You did 22 damage to them, And so you brought it down to 7. So they still have 7 points of damage to deal. And Milligan, I'm going to let you choose, where does that damage go? You can split it up. You can give one person 7 points of damage.
Oh, shoot. And we all have 10 HP, 10 health, right?
Yep.
Okay. I will take 3, and I'll give 2 to the others.
You don't say.
The sacrificial
lamb to the slaughter.
Milliglam.
Millilam. And as you take the damage, I run over Milligan, and I like push. You're fine, but I push you over to like stop, to like catch him. Like Milligan, no. And I rub my hand on your chest, which has a bit of blood on it. No.
If you ever see her again, tell Dorothy.
No, I'm not going to tell Dorothy anywhere. Not Dame Free Island. Not Dame Island Free.
Not Brotropolis.
And I bring you up towards me.
Brotopolis.
Why? This is just a flesh wound, and I drop you to the sand. We're fine. And look, they're retreating to the darkness.
No, not yet. Actually, they're still.
No.
They've still got fire in their eyes, and they're all angry. So, but we're gonna go to the next round, and you guys get to roll your d10s again.
Okay.
Now this time with a bit more fire with the Ooga Booga dance as well. I'm kind of hitting with a bit more oomph and a little more chutzpah, if you know what I mean.
A little more chutzpah, yes.
Even though I only got a 5 again.
I got a 5.
Also,
and I got a 6.
A 5, a 5, and a 6. That is enough to quell the invaders. Describe how it happens, please.
Milligan, do it. It's just like that.
Milligan, he's pushing his hands up in the air, throwing sand. He's throwing sand in their eyes.
Well, after I get my flesh wound, I look down and realize that my pants are wet once again. And
for a different reason this time.
What the hell?
And I just get really angry because all these, childhood memories come back from. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. And and I look Gary and Scat in the eyes, and almost in the same rhythm of the Ooga Booga dance, we just lift off.
Yeah.
But this time a little more seriously. Like we know what we're doing.
Of course. Now we have it planned.
So more Ooga Booga dance. That's your go-to. That's your go-to move.
Well, it was the first act of how to quell the swamp people. So yeah. But we also did 3 more plays of the Swamp People series, so I'm sure another dance will come up later.
Yeah.
So we best them?
You best them. You
Perfect.
best them. Your pickaxe cracks through one of their heads. Another
With one
one.
fell swoop, my hatchet comes down right at the neck, and the head goes rolling off into the woods. As I bring back the hatchet, a little bit of green blood splashing on Gary's face behind me, and I go,
"Oh,
is that the last of them?"
And the only sound is the sound of a little crab scuttling across the sand. It picks up a sliced and diced ear from one of these creatures and walks away with it.
Well,
okay.
That was interesting.
And I drop the hatchet to the sand. I'm willing to admit, I may have jumped the gun on the paradise, but you know what? Maybe they're friendly. And I look down at the head of the swamp thing that's like maybe they just don't speak English.
Yeah.
Maybe that was all of them.
It has no teeth, but it's got you can see down its throat. It's got these weird little pincer things that come out that look really sharp. Yeah, barbs.
You don't say.
Yeah.
I said arms, but barbs? Okay.
Yeah, like barb arms.
Justice for Barb.
That's insane. Barb arms in its throat.
You all sit back and take a breath as the night comes to an end. And eventually, do you manage to fall asleep? Do you manage to get some sleep tonight?
I sleep like a baby, clutching my hatchet.
Me too. And I'm lying on top of both of them.
Yeah. There's something satisfying to you about what just happened. It was like
feels right.
Yeah, like something inside of you has been, actualized. That was hiding deep within, you know.
And we do a 3-part snore.
Ooga booga.
And you awaken to the sound of someone shouting, "Help! Help! Help!" And the sun is shining. It's a beautiful new day, and the rain is all gone away. Though you are slightly uncomfortable because it did rain through the night, except for anybody who had a lean-to. And you hear this voice, "Oh, help me, please!" Oh.
And
did you hear that?
We sort of like lift our head from our big puppy pile, which is what we're sleeping in. I sort of just lift my head, and it's like, nah, I put it back down.
Help me! There's a crab on the ground. There's a crab.
No, we're fine.
Sounds like it could be a young man.
And I get out and I go to the flat, which I haven't built a tent flat, but I did with all the thatch leaves, and I shut it. And I go back down to the pile.
I jump out of the lean-to, and with lots of emphasis, go running down towards the beach in slow motion.
And bits of seaweed and monster guts are like flicking off of you here and there as you push through the sand. And you come to the end of the beach, and you find a lady, and she's dressed in a kind of a suit that is, the buttons are askew, and she's holding up one leg, and she's screaming at a crab that is cornering her in a shoal.
How old is this lady?
You can see that she is in her mid-30s.
We're all walking out, Milligan and I, obviously, and following him.
I'm crouched behind a large piece of wood, so I'm kind of crouched behind it, looking.
And I crouch down next to him, and I bring Milligan down, and the three of us are here. Who's that?
What do we do? It looks like a woman.
Oh my God, she's beautiful. I mean, gentlemen, and I pull them around, and I turn around, and like with my back to her on the other side, I said, listen, this is Dame Free City, okay? If we help her, that's the end of it. We help her, and we send her on her merry way, okay? Agreed?
Agreed. Hands in.
Hands in.
And everybody puts their hands in?
Yeah, but I cross my fingers behind my back.
Oh. Oh, well, okay. And yeah, you can still hear her. She's screaming. She's screaming. She's
all right, boys, let me do the talking here. We don't
I feel like it's been forever.
And I climb over the log, and I like trip a little bit. And I'm like, ma'am, it's fine. And I begin walking over to her.
Oh, thank gosh, please, help me, there's a crab.
I know, and I walk over and I kind of flick it away, and I say, hi.
Okay, as you go to flick the crab, it grabs onto your finger. And it really hurts.
And I go, ah! And like blood is like squirting out, like, oh, just
and I see this happening, and I grab Milligan by the back of the collar of the shirt, and I say, come on, we gotta help. Oh, hello,
it's like bleeding profusely down my arm. Like I must have nipped a vein there. It's totally fine.
Oh, thank you so much, thank you. Oh, the crab has run away now. It's happy with just your finger blood.
Yeah.
And I as we approach the two of these two talking,
losing a lot of blood.
I grab Scat's hand, and I like immediately, violently, almost grab it out of his hand, and I put it down by my side, and I squeeze it. I squeeze his hand so tightly.
Yeah.
My friend here, he's new with dealing with these type of crustaceans. Tight enough that it actually heals the hand because it cuts off.
It does. It does. Yeah, it
stops the bleeding.
Listen, man, we made a decision, and I'm here to speak that we're happy to help you, but unfortunately we have this area of the beach sort of zoned out for our own purposes, but
that's right. This side of the beach here is a man-only zone.
Well, that's
so, young lady, you'll just have to, stay back over there.
Yeah, and I
come on, guys,
step up forward and say, well, I mean, that's what Gary wants. I mean, obviously, you're welcome to stay with us for as long as you'd like, but we don't want to throw you out, dear.
And I turn to Milligan and I say,
Gary, you can't be
joking.
rude to the
He's
woman.
joking,
I mean,
and
she's completely right, Milligan.
How long you been in town?
Oh, well, thank you, Forward. I've been here for I just woke up 20 minutes ago, I think. I don't know. I've got no sense of time, and this crab was trying to get to me, but I'm so glad the three of you strong men whisked it away, and now it's just me for you to whisk away.
Well, hey, now, I think we're getting off the subject. How did you even get here? I'm sure you came from a town just up the coast, yes?
No, I was on a cruise ship, and the last thing I remember was
Cruise ship?
I was watching a performance, a really bad performance of some kind.
Oh, it must have been another show.
Well, must have been not.
Yeah,
must have been
definitely.
another ship.
Anyways, I'm a travel guide. My name's Souvenir. And she holds out her hand.
Nice to meet you, Miss Veneer.
I've been all around the world, and if you want me to go to a different part of the beach, then that's okay.
Well, no, that's what my friend Gary wants you. But listen, Sue.
Scat!
Obviously, it's not about that. I mean, you're welcome to stay with me anytime you want.
Well, and I step in front of Scat, and I well, you're welcome to stay with me as well. But you see
if
Scat
you want,
here.
to be rained on and eaten alive. But listen, you're neither here nor there. You must have been on a different cruise ship. We were part of the Queen Mary. Which one were you part
of? The same.
Oh, well, then there must have been another entertainer on board that we weren't aware of.
Yeah,
there was three entertainers. One was named Scott.
I think it was another cruise ship.
Now that I think about it,
is that what you're thinking about?
Oh,
Sue,
maybe. Well, maybe I can make myself of use to you. I have lots of survival skills mastered, but I am a bit of a slow talker.
And I step forward. You don't have to do anything. This is the 60s, darling. The men will do. Actually, I pictured like the 40s or like the 20s or something super sexist.
It's a different time for anybody watching it.
Yeah, for me, it's gonna be like in my head, it's like the 30s or whatever. Yeah. Like they don't let women do anything for some reason. honey, you just sit and you just sit and we'll do all the things that men do.
Well, now, actually, you brought something up very, very interesting there, Miss Veneer.
This is where she proves to be so much more capable than us. We have to first doubt her to prove what terrible people we are. That's how this works.
Classic.
You say that you have some survival skills, but let us take you to our camp. Come on, we'll show you what real survival skills
look
like.
You lead her down the beach, and before you know it, you're at your camp with the lean-to and the crappy like sticks on the tree.
Yeah, and when we left, we pictured it being like this forest kind of beautiful little enclave and it's just like a twigs hanging, and
it's
there's like
gray and like there's just wet all the way through, and I stand before it so proud.
It's like a puddle. It's in a puddle.
Now listen, Sue, I know you're probably not used to the Ritz-Carlton, but around here this is pretty much on par.
I'm so sorry, it smells like urine.
That's right. We've got an ensuite bathroom.
We got an in-suite bathroom.
Oh, Milligan. Oh, you too.
In-suite.
So she walks off into the brush, and when your laughing dies down, she's gone.
Well, look, she probably wanted breakfast. Let me go find us some bacon. Milligan, why don't you go find some eggs? And hey, you're the baker here, Mr. Cook. Gary, go make some bread. And I walk into the woods.
Okay, so
bread, easy.
Let's put the role play on hold for a bit, and we're gonna jump to the gathering phase of this game.
You're on the Invictus stream, baby. The role play doesn't go on hold.
No, hold that. Less role play, Harlan. Less. All right. Let's start with let's start with Souvenir. So Souvenir is actually she's very useful. She's got a level 5 in any skill you want. So what skill? We'll throw it to. What skill, Gary, do you think that she should have level 5 that will help you guys?
Well, seeing as how we just showed her our Ritz-Carlton, let's say shelter. She's got a level 5 in shelter.
Level 5 in building shelter.
Yeah,
okay.
Let her do it so much better than me that it's hilarious.
Excellent.
I want to be wrong.
So then you guys need to get some materials. I will say that if you get some food, then if you make a meal, you'll go back up to full health. If you get like wood and stuff, you'll be able to make additions to your base.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So depending on what you guys do, she might come back with stuff for a shelter, or she might come back with. She might just build the shelter and not have to gather anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I start going, or
you go ahead? Yep.
Okay. So first, hey, Scat, can I borrow your hatchet?
Of course, friend, but make sure you give it back. I'm gonna want to go cut some bacon off a pig. Now, don't worry, I won't kill it. Just get a few pieces of bacon off it and let it go free. And I hand you my hatchet.
And I go just not too deep into the woods to find kind of a dry-looking tree. Yep. Not like, and I just start chopping, just to chop it down. One preferably that has some coconuts on it too.
Perfect. And actually, you know what? Before we do this, you guys each, for surviving last night, you guys can give yourself 1 more energy, so a total of 6 energy to spend today.
Okay.
And you also get a +1 to 2 different survival skills.
Nice.
Oh wow.
+1 to 2. They have to be different.
You know what? I will say that you can do you got 2 points that you can put wherever you want.
Perfect.
Let's try that. Let's see if that works.
It works for me.
So what would this, like me chopping down a tree, what would that be considered?
So doing mining? So essentially the way it works is each number on a 1d10 has a different item ascribed to it. So a 1 will get you thatch, a 2 will get you wood, and a 3 will get you food of some kind, some fruit or like a coconut or something.
Oh, okay.
So depending on what you roll, you might be able to get you might be able to get whatever, but if you roll a 2, then you can get wood. If you roll a 3, you can get something. If you get more than a 3 or a 2 or whatever, but you only have like a skill of 3 in whatever your cooking is or you're gathering, then you can get anything that's below the level of your skill ×2 or times whatever the amount that fits into that number.
Okay.
So if you roll a 7 and you've only got 3 in gathering, you can use gathering 2 times on whatever it is you're getting. Or depending on what it is. Kind of confusing right now, but it'll make sense once you try it.
Yeah.
So you got a 3, so you do manage to get some wood. And you gather 10 pieces of wood.
Did I get a 3?
I thought you did.
No, I didn't do anything yet.
You didn't roll. Okay, roll your 1d10. And
he gave you wood.
Got an 8.
An 8.
Oh.
So, what do you want to do with that? You can spend just 2 points and gather 10 pieces of wood, or you can spend 4 points, because 2 fits into 8 4 times. You can get 40 pieces of wood.
Now, is this points of energy that I'm using?
That is points of energy.
Okay.
So each time you use gathering wood, which costs 2 energy, you do that for every time you're gathering it. If that makes sense.
Mm.
All right, I will use 2 points and gather. Actually, no, I'll use 4, and I'll gather 40 pieces of wood because I'm really trying to impress Miss Veneer.
Okay, so if you're using 4 points of gathering, that's 40 pieces of wood. That's perfect. Next, you've got 2 points left, I believe, right?
Yeah. Why was that 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've got 2 points left.
Okay.
All right.
Change that to 20. 20 pieces of wood. Sorry.
Oh,
I was gonna
okay.
say, you can do
Just
a lot
had to
more
change
with
it.
20.
40's a lot on the
thing.
to balance it. I haven't figured out exactly what number will work for each.
It's all right. You can always change it.
Yeah, exactly. It's
All right,
20 pieces you get for 4 points.
You build a tree mansion.
Okay. And you've got 2 points left, right?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with those?
Can I save them for later?
You can save them for later, yeah. And you'll basically get a +2 to your first attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'll just save them for now, and I'll just bring the wood back to our crappy lean-to. So hardly survive the night.
Okay, let's go to Scat. What are you doing?
I want to build. So I put the 2 points into battle gear. I want to build us up some badass battle gear.
All right.
So
at a level.
So I have a level 2 in battle gear, which gives me a little 5, I guess, in building totally.
That's right. So for building, 1, 2, and 3 were hunting, spear, hatchet, and pickaxe respectively.
Right.
But at level 4, you can build wooden armor.
And 5?
And level 5, you can build a copper weapon.
Ooh, I'm going to build a copper weapon. Oh, but we need copper, I guess.
Yeah.
So I turn to Gary and I say, "Oh, but
excuse me,
you know what? I'm gonna borrow some of the wood that he's gathered, that Milligan's gathered, and I'm gonna build some wood armor for us."
Some wooden armor. Okay. Now, wooden armor requires 10 wood.
Okay.
And 1 vine or 3 hatch, which I think you guys have hatch still.
We definitely have hatch. We don't have vine yet, though.
Don't
so
have
I'm gonna
vine.
work. Do you know what you're doing on this turn, Gary?
Yes, I'm gonna cook.
Well, I was gonna say, if you want to go first and gather some materials, then I can build us wooden armor.
Sure.
So why don't we focus on that, because a bit of armor might be pretty good.
Well, you can build what you need with wooden armor.
Yeah, but I need to spend a turn to gather it, and my gathering is 0. I mean, it's less likely for me to get it.
Okay.
Here's my suggestion. Copper weapons would be a big get for us. I think at least someone should get it. Why don't you go first, friend? And why don't you take his pickaxe and get me a little bit of copper, and then do whatever you want for your turn. And then that way I can build some copper armor on mine.
He might not have a gathering level high enough to get copper, is the thing.
I've rolled an 8. I have 1 for basic gathering. And so gathering can mean anything, right?
Yep.
Do the weapons give any difference? Sorry, does the hatchet or pickaxe or spear give any difference?
Yes, it does. So if you have a hatchet, which you had it, but I think Milligan borrowed it.
Yeah.
You get +1 attack with that, and you get +1 to your foraging.
Okay.
So you just basically, if you have a hatchet, you can go forage, and you can basically be at a level 4 without being a level 4. Same with a pickaxe, you can mine at a level 4 without actually having a level 4 of gathering.
And what about a spear?
Same, but with hunting and fishing.
Okay, so none of them actually give a bonus to the attack. During the
yeah, they do. They give a +1 to attack.
Sorry, I mean between the 3, they're all just +1.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Gary, why don't you go first? I need to think about what I want to do.
Okay, so like I said, I've rolled an 8 for gathering, and so maybe using the hunting spear. Admittedly, I'm gonna go in a different direction because I think my character's trying to impress this Souvenir. Okay. And I'm looking for, maybe I'll hunt some birds and some fish, and the intent is to come back and have, some big, meal ready.
All right, good. Yeah, so you find that as you're going through the woods, the spear, you're just a little too slow to catch any of the animals there. But when you come across a little stream trickling away from the cove, you do manage to spear a small fish, and it is enough. You figure it's enough to feed all of you.
Excellent.
Depending on what your cooking skill is, you might be able to make something special.
Yes. Well, I've got now 1
Make a salad
specialty in meals.
Okay, perfect. So you get 2 small fish from the first 4 points. Do you want to spend 4 more points because you rolled an 8? Or do you want to save that for cooking?
Save that for cooking. So now I don't understand how the energy work, because I used 3 energy in the first round. Do I have now 5 energy again?
Yes, you're back at full every night. You're actually at 6 now because you
right.
Eat a wave.
Okay.
So by catching the small fish, you did use 4 energy though. So you should have 2 energy left, which means you wouldn't have enough for a base or a special meal.
Okay.
But you could do a basic meal, and that'll only cost 1 energy.
Okay, so I'll do that. So I'll use the other 4 to create a basic meal. Something basic yet fancy.
Wait, it's either a basic meal or it's a fancy meal. Make it.
Well, okay, it's basic meal, but it looks fancy. How about that?
It's garnished with a palm leaf.
There you go.
What's on thatch?
Everybody who eats your meal goes back up to full health. Boop, 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 boop.
Excellent.
And it makes that sound too. So has everybody spent all of their energy for the night?
No, because I let him go first. So I am going to see at this point with the battle armor, unless I have enough wood, it's not really that good. So I will forage, I will gather for wood, and then I will use as much wood as I can to build. Deal?
Okay, what levels you're gathering?
0.
0. At a level 2, you can't get any wood unless you use the hatchet,
which I have, so it'll be a +1.
There you go.
We'll try.
No, I still have the hatchet.
I take it from you.
Yeah, you can borrow.
Okay, but I just brought back 20 things of wood.
I know.
Yeah,
Can I take that then from him?
How much wood would he need to make some armor?
An even better question is how much wood could a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Oh my god, maybe a woodchuck could chuck lots of wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
7.
I needed thatch, vine, and wood though. So we have.
We'll get your own.
You just need thatch or vine. Thatch or vine, not both.
Oh, okay. Well, we definitely have thatch. So you know what? Then I will just take the wood from him, and I will build us 2.
Not all of it though, because I want Sue to be impressed and build us a shelter, maybe.
Right. Do we know how much a shelter would cost to build it would?
So she comes back and she says, "Oh, you guys are done laughing now, eh? Oh, my voice got a little lower there for a second. You guys are done laughing.
Hi.
I heard you talking, and if I were to build you something, my building is level 5. I could build you defensive walls.
How much?
Say what?
Which would create a bit of I don't know why you need them. I don't know what's going on, but maybe.
Sue, what do you think about this meal I made you? Isn't it just fancy?
Oh, I don't like fish.
Of course, it's just for us. I'll make you something nicer later.
How much? Okay. And I say, now Gary, you're not trying to move in on Sue, are you?
No. And I
Dame free zone, friend.
Throw my arm around Scat and pull him tight.
Yeah.
No.
How much wood does it take to build
a
defensive wall?
To build a wall, it takes 10.
Okay, so maybe and defensive walls, they obviously won't cover our entire base, will they?
No, but it is going to give you a plus. It'll you can imagine it however you want.
Can we double down?
At the end, it's just walls? A number. You might not have enough thatch. You need 10 thatch per wall.
Okay.
And how much thatch did you get the first night?
I totally forget.
One bundle.
You know what? I'm gonna go out because I haven't done my turn. I'm gonna get some thatch. Which I forgot I have a terrible gather. Never mind.
But you can get thatch though, right?
Yeah, but I need it to be like.
you just come back with handfuls of sand. Is this thatch?
It's that I don't know the difference. Thatch?
So I say to Sue, yeah, sure. Kind of like just amusing her. Sure, yeah. Build us a wall. And I turn to Kat and Milligan, and I kind of.
And you hear like there's a sound of saws and hammers, and you just kind of turn
power tools
to the side and sigh, and then you look back, scratching your butt, and you see an entire wall like perimeter has been made around your lean-tos and fire.
Well, I mean,
Very nice, Sue. I knew you had it in you.
No. Hey, I knew you had it in you, Sue.
No, I knew.
No, I knew.
So as the day turns into night, is there anything else you want to spend your energy on? We've got the walls have been built, and you guys should be down to, I think, 0 thatch now.
If all the weapons do the
I go,
same, then no.
I go foraging for like some berries and stuff because Sue didn't like fish.
So you gotta get a level 3.
I go foraging because
Typical.
In what?
I'm starving on a
Gathering.
desert island, but I don't like fish.
Souvenir.
A 3 or higher. Okay.
Yep.
I got a 4.
Okay.
So I go looking for some berries. This is with my last 2 energy. Then.
Yep.
I guess. Yeah.
I'll,
okay.
I still got to figure out the energy, but I think it makes sense that you're able to do that. So you managed to get. Okay, you only managed to get 2 fruit.
Okay.
Yeah, so like a handful of berries that would serve 2 people as opposed to 3.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I bring it back I don't know. I just peel it and just kind of push it together and say it's a fruit salad. And
put it between a banana leaf.
Say, would you like some fruit?
Oh,
I heard you don't like
fruit. I don't like fish at all, but I love. Wait, are these blackberries?
And she's racist.
I can't eat them. That's very nice of you, though. It's okay. I'm not hungry, you guys. I ate before I came. I ate a lot of seawater.
And then I just kind of go, okay, and I just start eating the fruit.
Excellent. Okay, so
like on the swim here, she's just gobbling things down.
So you guys still have 10 wood left. I think you didn't build armor, did you, Harlan?
No, because we don't have enough thatch, and I don't have enough to gather it. So, but we should before next turn, before the next wave, we should like make a decision what makes the most sense for all of us. You know?
All right.
Perfect.
Sensible decisions.
Not
so.
Scat's not sensible. He just wants to get a drink in his hand. And a dinner.
Excelente. So the sun goes down completely, and the air is filled with the sound of you all, most likely trying to impress Souvenir. Am I right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, each trying to impress, but each also trying not to think that we're impressing them to the others.
Right.
Like each walking that line between like, Sue, darling, would you like me to get you? And then Gary leans out. I'm like, get you out of here because this is men only.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
That's classic 90s.
Yeah.
Okay. So it continues. It continues like this for a while, and the flickering of the firelight in the dark, starlit night is beautiful. Boom, and we come back to the cove, where word of the other soldiers has not come back. And the still waters begin to move once more. And yet, even more slimy creatures, things.
But this time we're ready for them.
Towards.
And I get all Rambo'd up in this bitch.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom.
Yeah, you get all Rambo'd.
Boom,
and
boom,
we
even though this movie's not made yet.
Going to stop there for the mid-game.
Mid-game post!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the mid-game post. My name is always Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and this isn't the part where I need to introduce myself.
No, it's not.
Oops.
change the sound effects on me.
Sorry there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mid-game post is the part of the show where we stop the action. We jump over to the Facebook group and we post a question. And the first people to answer the question correctly get entered into a draw. And then we roll a die. And then of that die, we pick the winner. And then you get XP. Does that make sense? It should, because I just explained it. I love you all so much. Ladies and gentlemen, what's the question today, Justin?
The question is, what body part did the crab after the first battle run away with?
Ah, yes. Good question. What
Thanks, Alex.
body part?
That's like Family Feud.
Yeah.
When after like the worst answers, people are like, "Oh, good answer, good answer."
No, that's great. So, what body part did the crab run away with after the first?
After the first swamp monster attack.
What body part did the? Oh, right, I remember now. Run away with after.
Oh,
the first
right.
attack. Perfect. That question is posted on the Facebook.
John
right now.
Regan.
What?
You didn't even wait for the post to go.
John. John. He posted.
He just puts a post right in.
Wrong spot, buddy.
Just in the Invictus stream, just on the page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here you go.
I don't even know if I should show
We'll
this,
let
but it's
people.
funny.
We'll let people do that.
Do you guys know? Do you guys remember what body part it was?
Yeah.
Very important for later.
Did you delete it, Harlan? John's
no,
post?
He must have.
No, it's still there.
Is it still
Oh no,
there?
he must have. No, he must have.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
But
That
no,
makes
that's,
sense.
that's
curious.
Actually,
I'm just imagining him like just putting it on the Invictus
it's not his
page.
fault.
with
He was just excited.
no
I know.
context. Penis.
Can't blame him.
Actually, you know what? That's too funny. I'm gonna do that.
What, penis?
Yeah, no, not penis, but something.
Penis?
But
Penis?
But
But
what?
but
John, you doofus, says Zia. How's everybody enjoying the game so far?
Woo! I'm liking it. I'm thinking Oscars.
Yeah,
Oscar bait.
I'm not feeling my character, to be honest with
What are
you,
you
but
talking
I'm
about,
trying.
Gary?
I'm trying.
You just
here.
have a character transformation.
Just change.
Just
it
change him.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
actually,
all you do.
I just thought of something. You just gave it to me.
I'll tell you right
A
now.
big
I tried to
transformation.
change. I tried to change mine.
Yeah, and then I just force you because I'm a forceful person.
Yeah, I was trying to be cool guy Steve.
I like
Cool guys.
it. Nice.
So it was very
Okay.
unexpected, but it really added something.
It's like when a dame walks up, you
Okay.
gotta change it. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah,
To anyone who hasn't seen them, there is a series of movies from the 40s called The Road. It's Road 2. The first one I think was Road to Rio. They have Road to Morocco, Road to Bali, Road to Alaska, I think is one, and they all star Bob Hope and Bing Crosby. And they're like the buddy road comedies, and they're just the best. They're so good, and they always play entertainers, and they always play. They're always fighting over a woman. The movies all star 3 actors, amongst others, but it's always Bob Hope, Bing Crosby, and also Dorothy Lamour, who's always the femme fatale, the one they always fight over. And different movies.
That's
end up
why
with different-
Dorothy in this one.
Yeah, what's that?
That's why it's Dorothy in this one.
But they always end up with like a different one. Like one movie she'll end up with Bob Hope, one movie she'll end up with Bing Crosby, and they don't. And it's good too because it's like not just the Abbott and Costello dynamic. Like one's not always stupid and one's always smart. But typically the gag that runs through them is that Bing Crosby will always volunteer Bob Hope's character for like terrible thing, and then usually like reap the benefit. He'll be like, oh well Tommy here will do it, and he'll be like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, just go and do it. It's like trapeze artist, like he's like miles out, he's like, ah, and he's like, yeah, you got it. He's like counting the money. But anyway, if you've never seen those movies, I fucking highly recommend any of the Road to movies. Road to Morocco is particularly
that's
my
a good
favorite
one.
And they all sing too, right? Like halfway through, it always breaks out into song and the sweet potato pipe and all that kind of shit. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's my little diatribe. That's what I'm basing my character off. Is what I was saying. Either Bing Crosby or Bob Hope, but that sort of mentality. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 correct answers. That's enough for a 1d6. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Do it. Do it.
Up.
Do
Correct is ear, right? Ear is the
it.
correct answer. Right?
Pardon me. What?
It is ear, right?
No, it was butthole.
No. All right, let's roll a
The
1d6.
crab walked away with the butthole.
And it is a 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mr. David John.
Good name. Good
Great name. I know because I used to know a David that I really respected, and then I met David Wijsman, so it all worked out. Sorry, I should have
And then you met
David. Something a bit more middle of the road. Like used to love
right.
David, then I met you. Well done, David.
I appreciated the
clarification.
I appreciated how you went for it.
I always go for it with you. There's no.
But then you met Cool Guy Steve.
Cool Guy Steve. Cool Guy Steve is actually my favorite character on Earth, by the way.
Stranger Things.
He's the person who I associate with Get Messy, Make Mistakes.
Oh, that's...
Is that him? I'm guessing.
That's Cool Guy Steve. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure. He doesn't wear sunglasses outside. He wears them inside.
Because and when he goes outside, no, you know what my favorite thing
He
is?
takes them off.
He wears a baseball cap backwards and then shields his eyes from the sun like this. He's like, oh man, and then they'd be like, Steve, flip it around. He's like, nah, man, nah.
Yeah, and when he takes them off, he doesn't put them up here. He puts them down here, like that, like one of those.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Or at the back of his neck.
Or on the thing on the hat. Yeah, for sure.
On the hat backwards.
On the hat backwards. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, that's the mid-game post, ladies and gentlemen. Without
Yeah.
further ado, I guess we should run back to the fray.
The creatures shamble through the darkness, wet, soppy, moist sounds as their footsteps smack through the woods. But you guys are ready. Like you said, Souvenir is ready, though she doesn't know exactly what these things are. And unfortunately, during the first wave, something happens to Sue, and she doesn't make it.
Like dies?
Just like that. Just like that. So I want you guys first. We're gonna figure out the stats. I'm so sorry. It was not what I planned at all.
Did she for real die like one scene?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's written right here. So
That was proof right there.
We have to figure out exactly what's going to happen here with this scene. So first things first, we got to figure out your health and everything. So everybody has a 10 health. Everybody has a +1 to attack. Everybody's got like one of those weapons.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
And, yeah.
Poor Sue.
Okay, well, I just wanted to like prepare you guys for it, because when it does actually happen, I don't want it to impact you like too hard. But
Yeah.
Let me roll this. Okay, all right, that's really good. And then this one.
I always think that's funny. Yep, yeah, that's real good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I love it because
yeah.
even when I'm rolling, I just make it up. I'm like, oh shit, oh god. Most of the time, I'm not even rolling. I'm just sitting there like, yeah. Okay.
The truth comes out
I already know what I'm
behind the Invictus stream. All right, so but funnily enough, this wave actually seems a little bit
But funnily.
a little bit weaker than last night somehow. Well, maybe because you're more prepared. But the wave comes nonetheless. And as you guys are running to attack, you see Sue fall. And she dies somehow.
No, give Sue a better end than that.
But no, I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to have you
Starvation.
guys.
I thought
Starvation.
Starvation.
You guys roll your d10s, and whoever has starvation, whoever gets to describe what happens to poor Sue.
Whoever rolls a what?
The highest.
8.
Okay.
Oh, 0. I didn't want to describe it.
That's
Zero's
10.
the highest.
No, I know. I thought, guess I'm not going to have as good of a description.
You can pass it on if you want to, but I encourage you to use it.
So we're all running towards her.
Yep.
And we see her dying.
Yeah.
Sue!
So how does she die? What happens? What's the scene? Close up on her.
We never see.
You never see.
She just finished building her wall, and she was so exhausted from building the wall for us, and refused to eat anything. That is
she perished.
She's running away from the swamp creatures, but then she kind of gets delusional because she hasn't had any protein or anything. And then she just kind of like turns around without realizing and runs right into them. And then
they just tear her apart with their
but the thing is,
barbed hands.
The thing is, she died, like we were saying, she dies of starvation before actually she reaches them, so she doesn't feel any of that pain. Like it's not.
I see. Okay.
She just
she's so
turns into dust and blows in the wind.
She just faints, and then
her stomach grumbles really loud.
We realized she was just an illusion the whole time. A illusion.
Where did the walls come from?
And that's the real question.
Yes, it's going to be a mystery for the morning.
I'm sorry. I added too much there. Anyway.
Now, Sue, though, like, her loss was not in vain, because Sue was an able-bodied person, and she was actually really, really able-bodied. John Regan made Souvenir and rolled an 18. So 18 points of health are going to come off of the wave attack. So thank you very much, John. Round of applause for John. I don't know if I can do this. Applause. There we go.
Thanks, John.
These slime creatures grab onto her body and haul her back into the cove, making the invading force much, 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 much smaller.
I'll do this for you.
So you guys can go ahead and you rolled your d10s. David, you got a 10. Alex, what did you get?
An 8.
An 8.
And I'm yelling, "Why didn't you eat my fish stew?"
And we actually don't need to know what our friend Mr. Guthrie rolled.
Scat?
Scat, yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Cat.
We don't need to know, because you guys, the two of you, managed to fend off the rest of the wave. Okay?
Ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga.
You did really good. And why don't you describe a little bit of what happened? So Sue's dragged off. It's horrible to watch.
No. You want to start there, David?
No, I just described the other thing. So you describe our defeat.
As Sue's getting dragged off, I go, "No!" And I hold the spear up about head height, and I run towards her, not realizing it, but like I'm taking off the heads of these guys as I run by them, right? It's all of my deaths are totally undecisive. I'm at a lack of words.
Just like you're not even paying attention.
I'm not
you
even
have
trying.
no idea. Oblivious.
I'm just like, "No, Sue!" Shunk, shunk, shunk. Right?
That's good. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm living behind a string of deaths.
You get to the cove, and everything's silent. And Milligan shows up behind you and sees the devastation that you left in your wake. And is it Cool Steve right now? Is it Cool Milligan, or is it?
It's Cool Guy Milligan.
Milligan.
And I just
Sue. She is the only woman on Tropical Island. What do you call it?
Brotropolis.
Brotropolis.
And I go, "I can't believe it, but it was a necessary sacrifice." And I take my pickaxe, and there's one that's advancing from the side, and I just hit it. and it's just like kind of falls over and faints.
It does, yeah. And as it falls to the ground, a crab walks up. You recognize the sound of that same and it grabs the nose or like a little face area, like right here, and just walks off with it.
So it looks like a little hovering face.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Oh man, it's dark. And then after that, I just say, and I just take off my shades and go, well, I guess it's back to just being Milligan. Sorry. And wait, isn't this supposed to go off? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay.
And Scat, you were a little paralyzed, I guess, or you didn't do anything actually that round.
Take a piss in the woods.
Yeah, Scott went
and basically he but he didn't realize the time. Right? So he walked off. He's like, and he goes up against. He starts, and then in the backwards he's like, and he turns around, and he continues pissing, and then a creature walks by, and he's like, Gary, would you be quiet?
I'm trying to pee.
And as the setting sun begins, and then the creatures start coming around him, then he attacks.
Well, actually, you don't need to.
That's what I meant.
Pee, and you get back to the camp, and you see Milligan and Gary covered in black goo, and you don't see Sue anywhere, and they're both panting, holding bloody weapons.
What's up? Why are you guys so sweaty and tired? I'm just getting some nuts.
We're just back to us guys again.
No. Is Sue dead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Brotropolis again.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I hate to say good riddance, but good riddance. And I'm not saying I want her to die per se. I'm just saying, bro, Dame's Free City is just a bit too good, too sweet of an offer, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, as you eat your nuts, the night goes on, and you have a lovely rest, maybe tonight, or not so much. How are you feeling, Gary? How are you feeling with the loss of Sue?
Well, I'm very confused.
Yeah.
Not really sure who I am anymore.
Yeah.
I think I'm near the point of breaking. I've been on this island now for 2 days.
I'm at the point of breaking. I can't stand another minute.
I'm holding it together this whole time.
I'm delusional. I'm seeing, cities. I don't know. What does one see on a desert island?
Yeah, people see
cold
cities
beers
and cold beers, and you fall asleep on that image of a cold stout on a warm day.
Yeah,
and you
stout.
You wake up, and it's the day again.
Oh, was I dreaming? And I sit up and I look around.
And
Am I sitting by a pool?
On top of you. Gary, why are you up?
Oh, damn it. Has it already been nighttime?
Yeah, I remember I had to pee and you guys killed Sue.
That was a dream.
It seems everybody's a little tired this morning, and looking around, you see something.
Scat's not tired; he's invigorated.
Okay, Scat's invigorated, and
stand up and I drag them out at the bottom of the tent by their feet. I say, "Boys, you don't understand. Adam, listen, guys.
You don't understand. It's all this walking. The lactic acid buildup has just really got my legs.
Listen, you guys need a little bit of perspective, and let me tell you. When I grew up in New York, you remember what Dad used to say?
Your dad or my dad?
Actually, Gary's dad. My dad.
I know how this goes.
Yeah, well, you might know, but
he used to say.
Anyway. He used to say. Stop spreading the news. I'm leaving today.
Oh, I know what you're saying. We're leaving. We're leaving. Where's the boat? You built a boat?
Be a part of it. Bro world.
Oh,
What
you
Dad
didn't
meant
build a boat.
by that, besides that he was unhappy in his marriage and the subsequent leaving our mother, what he meant,
drinking.
my thinking, was that he wanted for us to get along as friends.
Is that what he meant?
Sue's dead. You know, nothing's going to bring her back. And I point to the rotting corpse right next to us. But that's okay, because she served a purpose. She was a single-serving friend, and she will be remembered as such.
The corpse,
and then
corpse that you point to is a body of one of the creatures. Sue is dragged away, but you point to it anyway, as if it was Sue. Gary, what was your?
I snap my fingers and I look at the pot of fish stew, and I look at dead Sue. Sue stew?
Wait a minute.
So you both seem to be looking at this dead, like, swamp creature as if it's Sue.
I'm an
But
optimist.
it's not Sue. Sue was dragged off. But actually, as you're looking at this swamp creature, thinking it's a woman, you see that there's a man standing over it. He's wearing a suit, and he's holding a piece of paper. And he's drawing, and looking up at the corpse, and drawing again. He's got round glasses.
And I sort of nod to him like I've seen him all my life, and I say, "Morning."
Morning.
Scat.
And then I look back down to the creature I think is
Scat.
Sue, and I say,
Scat.
"I don't
Scat.
remember
Milligan.
Sue being so ugly."
Milligan. Scat. 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 Scat.
What?
Look.
What?
I'm seeing a man.
Yeah, I know. I said good morning to. Whoa.
Oh, sorry to bother you, everybody. I'm just drawing some pictures here of these creepy dead bodies. Sorry if that's eerie. I kind of snuck in through your walls. It's a pretty nice walls you got here.
And all three of us comically go running over to him. How did you get here, and can you get home?
I don't know, and I don't know. But, hey, it's good to be here. I hear that it's Brotopia or something going on, right? Like, wicked weird, right?
Hey,
You
told you
kind of
that
have
name.
to
That-
be part
that
of the
name is
bros.
patented.
What do you mean patented? I patented it.
Huh. Huh.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see the paperwork.
All right. And he holds out an old, like, dusty diary. And
I slap it into the sand. I don't care. What's your name, kid?
Jarrett Coombs.
Jared. Coombs?
Jared Coombs.
That's a stupid name.
Short it, all right? I'm trying to draw here.
You know, don't draw these dead bodies. How did you get here?
Oh, well, I was on a boat. I was on a boat, and I was in the hot food buffet, and it was really nice. And all of a sudden, boom! I'm waking up on a beach. Luckily, I had my pad of paper, and I found these bodies. I could actually draw them rather than just imagining what they'd look like on a piece of paper.
Say, did your boat have a really good entertainment section or a crappy one?
You know, that's a good question. I don't really much for the performing arts.
This is
Why do you
important,
ask?
Jared. We need to know.
Well, I would say it was good in the sense that it made me laugh.
Hey, he was from the Queen Mary.
But I was more laughing at them than with them, if you know what I mean.
Hey, he was from that boat that Sue was from.
They all kind of look like you, too.
No, you know what? And this happens to us all the time. We have what you would call impressionable faces. We have faces that look like other people because we're white male. Jared, why don't you come with us and help us and survive? You'd be really interested what happens at night.
We'll show you some really good performances too. You know, something you've never seen before.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm really not that helpful in a survival situation, except for drawing things. But if you like, I could help you gather some wood or thatch or something like that. I don't know.
You know what? Let me speak to my cohorts here, and we'll find out exactly what we can do. And I wrap my arm around each of them. We come into a triangle, our heads touching, and I say, "Here's my thinking. We tie this kid to a tree, and we let the things eat him. Thoughts?"
We could eat him
But
ourselves.
just think about it this way. They come at night, mostly. And we know that when they come at night, that we can mostly stop them. Maybe if we have some sort of thing tied to a tree a ways away, they eat him first.
I don't know.
I've got it. If you take the A train, you will find yourself down here, Bro Central.
What you guys doing? Are you singing a song?
Quiet.
No, shush.
God. This guy's like trying to be our fourth, eh?
This isn't Brotopolis.
You know, Jarrett, there was Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin. Do you remember the name of the fourth guy?
Sammy Davis Jr.
No, I already named him.
Paul Anka.
No one knows the fourth guy, and I throw a rock at him. I turn back to the two guys.
Not Paul Anka?
Listen.
I think it was Paul.
No, it wasn't.
Not Anka, not Paul Anka, no.
No, it's some fucking nobody.
Peter
something.
Yeah.
Gabriel?
Pete Beck.
Peter Gabriel.
The original.
Getting off topic here.
All right. Let's play into the GM's game. Here's what I'm thinking. Jarrett, go get me as much wood as you can, a little bit of thatch. I'm going to build us armor.
Us.
And leave the pad of paper. We're going to have a paper airplane contest. Sorry.
Yes.
Stupid.
In fact, find some paper too.
Yeah.
Make some paper.
So Jarrett's going to go find paper?
You should.
No.
Wood.
Where?
Yeah, wood.
He's finding wood. Okay, I'll go find some wood. It should be pretty easy around here. We're surrounded by trees. Am I right? Wicked weird. And he walks away.
Okay, I'd like to also search and gather.
Yep, you guys, same thing.
Well, I want to do a
energy.
little bit of a game plan real quick because I can build. Did we get more points, by the way?
Yeah, you get more points. +1 to your energy and 2 points to put into whatever survival.
So now I'm at level 4 battle gear. What are the two other items I've unlocked?
Level 4 battle gear?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So level 4, that's... Okay, so you've unlocked a decent... Oh, okay. So wooden armor, copper weapon, sturdy armor, and a fine weapon.
And what does sturdy armor need?
You're thinking you're going to need iron and vines. And a fine weapon, you're going to need silver or gold. And that's it.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to change. Instead of putting 2 into battle gear, I'm going to put 2 into tools. Because I feel like I'm putting the cart before the horse. I don't need to unlock iron weapons if we don't even have copper.
So tools, you can build a decent spear, which reduces the energy spent while hunting.
That's good. And
a decent hatchet, which does the same thing for gathering.
Okay. So
and you need vine and copper or vine and wood.
So yeah, you know what? Then you guys do what you need to do. I'll use Jarrett to get my materials, and I want to build a new hatchet for whoever's going to be gathering.
A decent hatchet?
And a new spear for whoever's going to be hunting.
So you're going to send Jarrett to go get some copper.
Yeah.
Because you need copper for a decent hatchet.
Yeah.
Okay. Wood. So he goes away and says, "Oh, I don't even know what copper looks like, but maybe I'll get lucky."
They have billy clubs and a hat, and they chase you around when you break the law.
Oh, wise guy. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, next is... did you want to do anything else, or are you going to wait for the copper?
I'll have to wait for the copper.
Okay, David, you are a gatherer. Why don't you go as well?
Yeah, I'm going to go with him, but I'm going to go be doing the hunting, I think.
Okay, did you put points in the hunting?
Yeah. Yeah,
nice.
I got 2 for hunting.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm looking more for... Can I borrow the spear?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Gary.
No,
I'm going to go get us some game.
All right, yes.
Confident.
So, yeah, with a level 5, you can get a small game, which might be a rabbit or some sort of raccoon.
A 1 or 2 player, basically.
Okay. And got a 6.
6. So you are able to spend 5 points of energy on getting small game.
Great.
And you get 3 of them, which you can bring back to the cook.
All right, and I do that, and I bring it back to the cook.
Cook, and you've spent 5 energy. You should have 7 energy now, right? So you have 2 left.
Yeah.
Did you want to do anything else?
I will also get some more wood.
Okay, so roll again.
Okay.
So we all have
I got a 0.
A 0. Perfect. So you can spend. You only have 2 energy left, so you can only gather 5 wood. But.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll do that.
But you guys have 10 wood left over from yesterday.
Yeah. Great.
Great.
Did we have any points to spend this morning?
So
for survival skills?
Yeah, so you've got 7 points of energy now.
Yeah.
Is your total, and then your survival skills, you got 2 points. Each got 2 points.
To add.
Yeah, to whatever skill you want. So you can put it into cooking more, or you could diversify if you want to.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And I guess it's my turn, eh?
It is.
I'm gonna
Unless you
make
just want to give
I'm
up
gonna...
and die. You're still mad about Dorothy.
Do it. That's what the GM wants.
The gum?
You guys to die right away.
Don't do it.
Well, Gary, I say to myself, Gary, you got to impress these folks. You know, you're losing the will to live. You're talking to yourself. You need to make something that will, you know, really capture the tongue. And then it clues in. Maybe I can make something that even these swamp monsters will enjoy.
Now that's an idea.
I go gathering some more. I didn't give myself any hunting again. Damn it.
Make Jarrett.
No, I brought back the
Make
small
Jarrett stew.
Yeah, he brought back the small
Right.
game so he can make some food. Now, you guys didn't take any damage last night, which means you guys don't need to eat today. You're fine with
That's
the nuts
right.
that were brought back.
I really shouldn't have used those 2 points for meals then.
I didn't eat all the.
With your cooking skill, though, you can build. Okay, so you caught a squirrel, David, and you can make pulled squirrel as a level 5 dish, and it'll give you guys +1. Oh, that's not very good at all.
In all fairness, pulled squirrel would be a terrible dish.
What do you mean? I think it'd be delicious.
You can't pull. There's so little meat on a squirrel.
Yeah, which is why it'd have to be pulled.
It'd be like a
You just
shish
pull it
kebab
off the
stew.
ribs.
Fat
This is all
to-
mixed, Harlan.
Just
Plus,
Pulled
think about this.
squirrel.
Squirrels don't even exist on tropical islands. So
also squirrels don't exist in real life. I don't know if you guys know this, but squirrels aren't real. They're actually a figment of our imaginations.
they're really just an extinct animal from
The
the...
more you know.
So if you make pulled squirrel, you'll get +3 temporary health for tonight's,
Okay.
which will
I
be
will do that.
+9 to the wave defense, right?
I'm going to make pulled squirrel. And I'm going to make it fancy.
Okay.
Because I have 6. So I'm specialized. 3 specialized in meals.
Perfect. You're at level 6 for meals. So
No,
then,
I only rolled a 2.
oh, if you rolled a 2, then you cannot make the specialized disc. You have to make either a basic meal or a fruit mélange.
Ooh.
Well, fruit mélange it is.
So you make fruit mélange with squirrel.
Pulled squirrel.
Okay, so yeah, so function-wise, it works. You managed to make a mélange that.
So the guys come back from gathering and so forth, and they come in, and I'm like really starting to lose my shit. And I'm like, so I made a fruit melange pulled squirrel. Are you guys excited? Tell me. How does it taste? And I come up and I start putting it into your mouths. Please try it.
So it tastes good, but everybody's at full health. So this might be the dish to use on the
Yeah,
on the
save
wave.
it, buddy.
Well, on the
wave. You wanted to use it to distract them, to give it to the
no,
creatures?
but
Oh,
if I give it to them now, do they get 2 points for later?
No. So the meal that you wanted to make, the +3 to health,
Won't work.
Make that because you only rolled a 2.
But you're saying to use on the beasts.
Yeah.
Yes, good idea. So I'm still crazy, but maybe don't force feed it to them.
Perfect. Okay, so we've got one meal that you guys are going to add to your defense. You got the food. You got... Okay, and Jarrett returns with 3 pieces of copper.
I lean over the copper, my muscles rippling in the sweaty sun. That's right, the sun's sweating. And all of a sudden I'm British, like a scat, British like his father was when he blacksmithed. He brings the large hammer down on the copper over and over, sweat dripping from his brow. He wipes
You're British now?
It falls to his chest hair. He unbuttons his chest hair just a bit more to reveal his chest hair, and one more to reveal it even more, until it's pretty much all out. He says, "Oh, gentlemen, I'm going to make us the sexiest weapons imaginable." And as he completes it, his pants are wet with semen.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? And I'm going to roll a 1d10. An 8.
What was semen?
Good.
And what did you roll?
An 8.
An 8. You are good.
And he begins.
You do manage to fill your pants with that fluid, and you also manage to make a decent hatchet. But you use thatch instead of vine, because I'm thinking that I'm going to use thatch for that instead.
Okay.
Beautiful.
And now I have.
You have 2 points of energy left.
And I also have 2 tools.
That's right.
So I have.
But 2 tools, you can only use 1 weapon or tool, like, for your fighting.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna give one to Gary, the hunter. I'm gonna give him the pitch whatever.
Thanks.
Yeah, and
This is great.
And I'm like, Gary, snap out of it. And I start slapping him. Slap, 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 slap.
Is this the slap from the beginning? Is this
Yeah, keep
the
slapping.
return?
Oh, I forgot about that. No, that's still coming.
Oh. All right, so has everybody
do on the stream?
Has everybody used up your energy for tonight?
I still have 2 points. Well, I want to give the hatchet to Milligan.
Milligan, okay.
My old hatchet. I'm gonna keep the new one.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, brother.
No problem, bruv. We've gone English.
And your last 2 energy. Do you want to do anything else with that, or just?
Yeah, I want to hug them.
Okay.
My last.
With
energy.
lots.
That's gonna cost
energy.
3.
And I'm gonna say,
I'll spend
Milligan,
it.
get over here. Gary, get over here, and I bring them.
And I just keep my crotch away from his crotch.
And I say, listen, hey, yours is wet with piss. And I put my hand on either of you, and I say, boys, look, it hasn't been an easy go. Feels like we've been here for years, but it's only been 3 days. We can do this.
I love you.
And Milligan, my friend. Look, everything's gonna be fine, guys.
We don't need Dorothy anymore. We've got each other.
And I think, Milligan, it's important to remember that you and I need to stick together, like always.
And a head pokes in with round glasses between your heads and says, "That's right, we gotta stick together."
And I say, "Fuck off, Jarrett!" And I start pushing him out of the circle. You're not part of our
Whoa,
team.
whoa! What's the plan? What's the plan?
There is no plan. Go tie yourself to a tree. That's how you can be most helpful.
Oh, all right. I don't see how it could help.
Take some of this fruit melange pulled squirrel. Rub it on your skin.
Squirrel.
Rub it on your skin. It's very good for your skin.
Well, if it helps. If this is part of the initiation, then I'm all game. They used to do some wicked weird stuff in Boston. And then he turns and he walks away from the camp with a bundle of thatch. Speaking of thatch, you guys are.
And I just stand idly by.
You're just taking it all in.
Like, I recall some crazy hijinks like this used to happen on the ship, you guys. But The stakes didn't seem so high back then.
Milligan's just like the sane tourist.
And it is time to go to the next wave.
The gong this time.
So the sun goes down and darkness reigns as Jarrett Coombs tromps through the tropic forest. And I want Scat, Harlan, I want you to describe Jarrett and his thoughts as he goes to tie himself to the tree.
And he dies?
Yeah.
Good. Good. So
ties himself to the tree.
He's been
That's
taken
obedience
for some reason. This is like an alternate reality because it's not the real Jarrett Coombs, obviously.
It's not the real one. No.
No, and he's sitting there and he's like, it's wicked weird that I would walk and somehow end up on a ship like this. I don't even remember how I got there, but somehow I washed up on shore and now I feel like I can complete my mission with Anna Stansick and everything I need to do in my life because there's so much more to my story. And I guess if tying myself to this tree is the way I need to go, then I guess it's the way I need to go. And he starts wrapping himself around. And he's like, wicked weird. And then he turns on his pen light and he starts shining it into the...
pen light. And he's like,
my
wow,
grandfather's
that's
diary.
fruit,
Nothing
fruit
possibly
melange.
can happen to me. And slowly the creatures come closer and closer.
Wait, how does his skin feel?
Wicked weird.
After rubbing this fruit melange pulled squirrel on it.
He feels wicked weird, and he's got all this like blood all over his face, and he's walking, and he's like, "Oh man, this feels really wicked weird, but I feel good about this. I think this is something that I can do." And blah 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 blah. And then he arrives just as the creatures begin tearing into his organs. Oh god, this is so fucking wicked weird. Sounds like I'm mocking him, but I'm not.
So you guys could hear the cries of a Boston man in the darkness.
Wicked weird.
And you prepare yourself with steely faces, and let's see how much damage this wave is gonna do.
Listen to Michelle go. That's so good.
Yeah, she sounds great.
I'm serious.
That's a CD. It's a sure.
Yeah. That's my Irish Fiddler CD.
All right. So tonight's wave is going to have 36 points of strength.
36?
36 points of strength. So you guys have to defend against 36 points. So
We might die, guys.
Jarrett takes off
back
a
as
lot.
a different person.
Jarrett takes off 14 points.
Oh, nice.
All right, that's what Jarrett was given to us by Michael Carl Weber. So thank you.
Oh, nice job.
Oh wait,
Wait.
on the clock. Wait.
That makes sense. Oh.
So we spend an XP on that, and so they rolled a 14 when they rolled their D20. So that's how much we're going to take off the wave. So Jarrett's sacrifice plus the food that was lathered on his skin created enough of a distraction to take away 17 points from this total of 36. So 17 is off.
Nice.
Sweet.
Thank you,
I don't know
Jarrett.
if you guys are going to have to take damage this round at all. So we're at 19. And next would be your guys' attacks.
I'm gonna go first because I missed the last round.
What weapons do we have?
I have my hatchet.
I have a new hatchet.
I have my
Didn't
hatchet.
you make?
Old hatchet.
I got my hatchet of +5 hack.
And did you make just a good hatchet, or did you make good other weapons?
No weapons yet. There
just
haven't
a
been any
hatchet for
weapons.
me?
Okay.
And
You
I
could have made a
walk-
weapon, actually.
And I unbutton my top button and I'm like, feel the raw power of silk, because I have a silk shirt on for some reason. Not actually, just in role playing.
I was gonna say.
I'm just role playing the silk shirt. Please, I can't afford it. And I start. Actually, he already had a weapon, didn't you? You already had a weapon, didn't you, David?
Yeah, actually, so yeah, I have two. I
I was gonna say, okay, so yeah, I gave you one. So then I start hacking away at the creatures.
Perfect. So everybody just roll 1d10, and let's see how much damage you do to this wave. There's only 17 points left.
I
already rolled.
6 + 1, so 7.
I got a 4.
And I got a 7. So
It's not 6 + 1. It's the 1d10 is the only.
Oh, I thought the weapon did a +1.
No, it minuses your foraging ability. So like it makes You spend less energy while foraging. A spear would have been +1. Or a copper weapon, rather. So 6,
we did 17.
4, and 3?
7.
6, 4, and 7. Yeah, so you do 17 points of damage. So between the three of you, you manage to destroy this wave number 3. And go ahead and describe a little bit of that, somebody.
Give it to Gary. He's the one that's losing his fucking mind.
Do it, Gary.
I feel at this point, we're like just knocking them down. They're like paper puppets, right? But even still, a battle ensues, and sure enough, I get smacked around one too many times, and I'm like, what's going on? This is insane. What are you guys doing? I got a small dick. And I like flex my muscles and I start whipping them around.
You know what my favorite part about that is, though? That I know what you're talking about, but Justin and David are...
I know exactly what he's talking about. I happened to be watching that scene when it happened.
Oh,
okay.
Well, then it's just David who's like, what?
I have no idea. That's very funny.
Kevin Neiman came up. Kevin Neiman came up.
So good.
And so Kevin Neiman, what do you do? How do you destroy these things? You just go
I'm like, what are you looking at? To this fish man, and I'm like,
he collapses.
You got a problem with me?
His head
because I got a small dick, isn't it?
And at that, he throws his head up and lets out a crazy gurgle and collapses to the ground.
Meanwhile, again, knocking these guys down every which way with a spear, and they're just going,
just going crazy, going wild. And sure enough, you knock them all down, and they are down for the count. And that is the end of wave 3.
Woo!
Oh, I hit the gong button, but it didn't do anything.
Weird. That is weird.
Wicked weird. All right, so the night passes, and Milligan, how do you sleep? Do you sleep well?
Oh, well, actually, no, I don't sleep very well because I'm quite perturbed at how well Gary and Scat are sleeping. Things aren't. I feel like I haven't changed as a person, but everyone around me has, including the 2 people that have died. I mean, I did have a Cool Guy Steve episode, but I mean that subsided quickly. Yeah. So most of the night I just spent restless.
And I didn't even sleep at all. I just sat in the corner staring.
And the sun comes up, and you do see Milligan. You see in the corner Gary's sitting there, and he looks like a kind of a different person. He's just his shoulders are hunched. He's holding himself like a person who has muscle.
Scott seems to have turned into some sort of blacksmith impersonator.
And Scott did turn into a blacksmith impersonator there for.
Oh, that was not impersonation. That was real life.
Scat
is the impersonation.
Coming into himself. They say that if you're trapped on an island with 2 other people, that you really learn who you are.
It's true.
And I just say, hey guys, it's just kind of funny that about 4 days ago we were just singing songs on a ship. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, what happened there? What happened to the ship?
Oh yeah, the ship.
Right. Well, look. Look, I'm sure this doesn't matter anymore because we're being honest here. But you remember after our big blowout after that last show? Remember how I got really angry at you guys and I said the band was over and I went out back to smoke a cigarette? Well, there's a reason that they have those no smoking signs on those ships. And it's a funny reason. You guys are going to laugh.
Oh, really?
There ended up being a lot of gunpowder near the back door. And when I flicked my cigarette... it blew up.
You mean?
And the ship sank.
You mean? You're the reason why we're all here?
Now, granted, there's one frame of mind that might think that. But there's another way to look at this.
You mean...
I was the person that allowed us to come to a paradise. I am the keeper of the golden gates of heaven. I am Saint Vincent.
But in my picture of heaven, it doesn't involve swamp beings and being stuck on an island with only men.
Right, but...
that people die every night.
But maybe you didn't know.
You telling me
I just
that...
don't think you knew that your version of heaven was that version of heaven yet, if you know what I mean?
Can you stop wasting the matches?
What is Guys, I'm a smoker, and I haven't had a smoke in a long time. This is the only way I can get smoke.
This is fucking awesome! I'm on a desert island! Yeah! You hear that coming from the beach. This is heaven! Yeah!
He gets it.
Sweet! There's a voice coming from the beach.
Oh my god.
It's like a frat boy kind of.
Oh my god, who's this?
Yeah, you don't know. Do you leave the comfort of your walls to
You know what?
investigate this?
Let's just hope this is a rescue ship there, scat. Because I almost lost it there, okay? Now, I'm going down to the beach to find out who's calling. But if I come back and you're still here, well, if I come back, I better not come back. And I leave. And I go down to the beach.
There's a skinny white guy standing there. He's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, and he's got a baseball cap turned sideways. And he's like, yo, this is amazing! And he pulls out a walkie-talkie. He's like, come in, Echo Squad. Yeah, we're here. No, I'm going to call you Echo Squad anyway. I'm on an island, yo. I made it. I swam all the way here. I didn't need your stupid boat. Yeah! And he takes the walkie-talkie and he slams it on the ground and stomps on it.
All right. What did you just do? And I walk over to the broken walkie-talkie and I pick it up in like pieces. Why did you destroy it?
Yo, man, I don't need those people back from the homeland. When they put together this rescue party, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come on a rescue party. Really, I was thinking like, yo, beaches have some sweet babes and some awesome beach volleyball.
Wait a minute. This is awesome.
It's totally awesome, right? Yo,
Kevin!
Chest bump! Chest bump!
Chest bump!
Yeah,
Chest bump!
And Scat, you're trying to hold the pieces, put the pieces of the walkie-talkie back together as this is happening behind you. Milligan, how are you reacting to this scene?
Gary, what are you doing? Where have you gone to?
Yo,
Gary's not here anymore.
Whoa, what's your name, man?
It's me, Kevin Neiman Gamer.
Yo, Kevin Neiman Gamer.
What's your name?
Oh, my name's Goalie. Check it, Goalie. Yeah.
No way.
Man, let me tell you, I love playing sports, and I use my head whenever possible. Yeah. And he headbutts.
This is awesome. And I also headbutt him.
Yo.
And I look at Milligan and I'm like,
building over there.
I look at Milligan and I'm like, I know what happened. And I pull Milligan aside and I walk up to the beaches, leaving the two behind. And I say, I don't know if you knew this, but Gary used to be really good at improv. He used to play a character called Kevin all the time. I think he hurt himself or hit his head, or maybe he's got rancid squirrel meat in his belly. But I think for whatever reason, Kevin is surfacing. We need to snap him out of it. There's only two ways that I know how to get Kevin out of Gary. One is sexually, and I'm not going to do that right now, frankly, because I'm just not feeling up to it. Give me a day, maybe I could. Although, I don't know, after a shower. No. The other way, and the most important way, is he needs to be kissed flat on the mouth. Some would say that's sexual too, but not the way I kiss. So, Milligan, it's up to you. And you can have a do-over, Milligan. And I walk away.
I'm not kissing him, but I have this strange feeling that Goalie might, given the right circumstances.
Hey, that's not a half bad idea. In fact, it's almost all bad. Why don't you try to convince them? Meanwhile, I'm gonna go take a dump in the woods.
Meanwhile, you guys are standing there like 100 meters away from these two.
Yeah.
And you look back and they're just like fist pumping and chest bumping and like head banging and like crushing things against their head.
I wanted to tell you, that bass there is pretty fucking sweet. I'm gonna claim it for my own. You want to be in on it?
Yeah, man. You and I should claim it on our own. We'll make it our frat house. Yeah.
We need a flag, man. I'm gonna take off my underwear, use it as a flag. You should do it too.
Yeah, man. We'll put our underwear on the flag.
Yeah.
Well, do we have to use both of our underwear? Maybe you can use yours.
I'm gonna use my underwear. If you're really my bro, you'll do it too.
And then I come in and I'm just hey guys, you know, like the coolest thing that we can do is probably just like kiss each other on the mouth, right? Like you guys, you two should start though. I'll be over here, okay?
Yo, man, that's an interesting idea.
And I walk down too. And I walk down too and be like, yo, Milligan's got it right, dudes. There's nothing more non-gay than kissing your bro in the mouth. It's like the way you say hi.
Whoa. We didn't say anything about gay. First, let me take off my underpants. He's going to do it too. You guys take your underpants off too, and you can be a part of our club. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you. Yo, this is my fort now. I took it. It's mine. It belongs to me.
That's fine. So, but I think first, Milligan's got a good point, and I think if you're real cool and you're not gay, you got to kiss him on the mouth. Just say,
oh, well, yeah. I'm definitely not gay. I'm definitely not.
Then maybe you got to do it.
First, underpants. Then, kiss on the mouth. Then, we'll be true bros. Let's do this.
Bros for life?
Bros for life. All right, underpants down.
Down.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
maybe it's not a character.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then we both run up and put our underwear on the flag post.
It's official. Brotopia.
Yeah. Now let's go down and kiss the other two guys.
Yeah. Let's do it. And I start marching towards Mulligan. It's time for the kiss.
And I start marching towards Scat. Come on, kiss me, Scat.
Wait, I gotta get my underwear off first. And
get your underwear off.
You mean you don't want to kiss your bro, man?
Well, let him get his underwear off first, man.
Yo, man, I gotta get my undies off. Come on, bro.
Quit making up excuses. I know why you don't want to kiss me. It's because I got a small dick. Isn't it?
Nobody said that.
It's because I got a small dick. Fuck, man. I knew it. Nobody's gonna kiss me.
Yo, dude. Man, I got the same problem, man.
Look, just kiss me, Cole.
I'll kiss you if you kiss me.
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh my God!
Are we off the island yet?
Ooh.
Oh no! I feel like I've been improving. Not again.
Scat.
Oh fuck.
Scat, I don't know how to tell you this, but
where are my pants?
You were hypnotized when you went to improv classes. They were right next to a magician. And
Oh man!
When we were living in New York together, I practiced some of my hypnotism on you, and I accidentally got you locked into this character.
Oh man, guys, that was the weirdest. Who's this guy?
Yo, man, that was amazing.
You're real?
You know how I said that was like heaven being on this island? That was heaven.
I had this dream that Scat told me, he told all of us that he blew up the ship. Can you believe it? How insane is that?
Yeah.
Well, man, that's a crazy dream, but I don't know why you're talking about that in this moment right now, because I think we might have a thing, dude. We just kissed on the lips, bro. Bros for life, remember?
I think the problem here is that this man just admitted to blowing up the ship, and now he's trying to seduce our minds with some tomfoolery of kisses.
Yep. I hear you, Scat. You know what? Let's kill this guy. First and foremost, let's kill this guy, cut his head off, and we'll build a raft and get off this goddamn island. What do you guys think?
Yo.
Are you in? Milligan? Scat? Come on, guys. Let's do this.
You know, we can just like let him stay here and he can do his own thing.
No, man. Milligan, it'll be great. Bloodlust.
No. This is ridiculous. No, I don't kiss you on the mouth and then you say that you're gonna kill me. This doesn't make any sense. You're acting totally different, man. I don't like it. Get off my turf, man. You can get out of my fort now. See that underpants? See those underpants flying up there? Oh. Those are mine. Meaning this place belongs to Goalie.
Oh God.
And then
how do we kill this guy?
Because like
there's only one way.
The guys, let's just wait for the wave and then just get him angry right before it. I don't know.
Two birds.
What kind of wave are you talking about?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe he can just like.
Have you been to a sports game?
Surfing. Just hang out here for a little while. Goal.
Yeah.
It's because it's super close to the forest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just stay here really close to the forest where nothing ever comes out. And we'll just be a little bit further back looking for fish and, you know.
Yeah. You gotta open this.
Well,
you gotta
guys,
open this gate,
guys.
because
And I wink at them. I'm like, look. Let's be honest. These creatures that come, they're pretty tough. You know, no one with you know such a. You'd have to be pretty damn confident. You know, you'd have to have a pretty big dick to go and walk towards those creatures and just, you know, slaughter them. And I just don't know.
Hey, guys!
What's up, Goalie?
You can hear us talking?
Yeah. I've got a big dick.
Well, no one's doubted you. No one's. If that's. I mean.
Whoa!
I mean,
that's a pretty big.
I could beat these creatures. What are they? A couple of little crabs? I beat crabs before. I could do this.
I beat crabs too with a little comb and a special cream. Look, I think we believe you. You got a big dick. There's two ways you could pull down your pants and show us, or
he pulls down.
He's not wearing any pants.
Check it out. Look how big it is.
Oh well, you know.
See, I could take these guys.
You're confident.
He says, standing with this.
You shouldn't be.
You know, we really should stick around, Goal. You know, because you need our help.
No, well, he seems to be okay. You know what? Hey, maybe if he wants to go walk into their den and start killing them, you know, who are we to stand in his way?
I'll do it right now.
Okay.
Hold this for me. He pulls off all his clothes.
Man, this guy's steroids.
Walking towards the cove. Okay. So he disappears, and you guys have the day to gather and do shit. So what are you going to do?
So how much wood? That was quite the. Anyway.
Oh, we get 2 or 3.
How much wood does it take to make a raft?
Yeah, how much wood to get off this fucking island? Take our chances out at sea.
Oh, sorry?
How much wood does it take to make a raft?
To make a raft. That is a good question. So you need, because rafts, it would have to be a sturdy raft. It wouldn't be able to just be a regular, you know, flat raft. You'd need 200 wood to build a raft. And 200 thatch.
Oh, shoot. Okay, never mind.
But there is another way to build a raft. There is this fabled material called justinium that if you had a high enough gathering, If you got 3 pieces of justinium, you would have enough to build a sturdy wrap.
Is that something you'd mine or forage?
You mine justinium.
Just call it Deus Ex Machinium.
Do we? Well, you got to work towards it. I'm just
Deus
telling
Ex
you.
Did we get 2 or 3 survival skills last night?
Oh, you got 2 regular survival skills and 1 energy point.
Right. Okay.
So we're up to 8 then, right?
2 energy points. Sorry, 2.
Oh, so up to 9? Okay, cool.
We're up to 9 energy.
So can I start by going and trying to mine for this justinium?
You can try. I'm going to tell you right off the bat
justinium
that you need a level 10 to mine justinium.
Oh, no, level 10 and just like the...
Level 10 mining.
Okay, so I'm only at a 6. What's the best thing to do? Shoot. Can I go...
You get 2 more levels, right?
Yep, you got 2 more skill points to spend wherever you want them.
Yeah, I put them in mining. Okay, I go... What else is there other than copper to look for?
I can make copper weapons.
So there's copper. There is iron is level 6. Then level 7, 8, and 9 you get silver, gold, and diamond.
Diamond.
Okay. I go looking for some iron. I've got a level 6 in mining.
You're looking for some irony?
Yes.
Iron. Iron.
Oh, I stop you. And I go, no.
Yeah.
And I say, listen to me, you scallywags. Why are we here? Why are we standing here, making a stand here, in this here spot standing? We have an island. Let's go explore. Let's go find something. Maybe there's a gun somewhere in these woods. Maybe there's a lost tribe of people who have killed these creatures for centuries and they're willing to sell us goods. We woke up on that beach 50 feet away and we built a camp here and we haven't moved.
Or maybe there's, we're on the South Island of England.
Or maybe there's a hatch.
The Dharma Initiative.
Let's do it. Do we spread out or do we all go together? What do you guys
walk
think?
In a line.
Okay.
You hear a strange hissing noise.
To hide our numbers.
I hear a hissing noise.
Listen, a strange hissing noise.
You realize it's coming from the walkie-talkie that Goalie was holding on to.
Pizza?
Hello? Hello?
Domino's
Can you hear
Pizza,
me?
how can I take your order?
Quit joking around.
Just wait.
Sorry, no, I didn't order a pizza.
Yeah, no, this is Domino's Pizza. We only take orders.
I don't know. This should be Goalie. Goalie, is there a Goalie there?
No, Domino's Pizza. Sorry, you got the wrong number.
Well, wait, hold on.
Scat.
I'll get a medium pepperoni with garlic sauce, 3 Dr. Peppers.
Yeah.
And you can have that.
Let me get a pen. Hold on. Okay, go again.
Okay, so that's 1 medium pepperoni.
Yeah, 3 Dr. Peppers.
1 garlic dip. What? Oh, 2 garlic dip.
2. Okay.
Yep. Do you have that hot sauce that you guys have under the counter?
Let me check.
Sometimes
Milligan, do you have the hot sauce? Do we have hot sauce?
Yeah, right here. But who gets 3 Dr. Peppers?
Who gets 3 Dr. Peppers?
One's for John, one's for Mary, and one's for me. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Can you write their names on it so that we don't get them mixed up?
I don't have a piece of paper. We're strapped on a desert island. I don't have a piece of paper. Actually, we haven't made pizza in a while either. Actually, this was a gag, and I got confused. Where am I? I haven't drank in water in 3 days.
No, what the hell? I'm calling to see whether or not our friend needs help.
Well, you know what? If you're going to be rude, fuck you.
Well, fuck you.
I don't know.
No, please don't. Please, guy, no.
Oh, shit. Hello? I'm so sorry.
This guy was so freaking rude. I ordered a pizza from him, and he said he couldn't even do it. He's on a... What?
I hand it to Milligan. Please, call them back.
Hello. John, Mary, Joseph?
How did you know? We're
we're trapped on a desert island. We need help.
well, that. Wait, you're not with the pizza guy, are you?
No, I'm not. He's left for the evening.
Good. Okay. Well, if you're not with him, then this actually works out because we're on a boat, and we're actually part of a rescue party. There was a cruise ship that downed.
Yes.
Can you tell me where you are?
Well, I'm on a beach.
Okay, that helps. Narrows it down a lot.
We have a small lean-to. There's a wall. There's a bunch of.
Okay, I know exactly where you are. Okay, thank you very much. That's enough for me. We should be there tomorrow. You're not that far away, and our friend Goalie's there, right?
Fuck that.
Tomorrow. Are you sure you can't get there any earlier? I mean, the bodies of these.
40 minutes, or it's free.
Well, wait, who is that in the background?
Scat, shh.
What?
No one. It's just a buddy of mine. Don't worry, it's okay.
We would love to be there sooner. I know you guys are probably going a little crazy out there, but
who's going crazy? What did he say?
Scat, just 1 minute, okay?
Just let me
take this call.
We'll be there tomorrow, first thing in the morning, okay?
What is a morning?
Sorry, we gotta go. We gotta go.
These fucking people, they think that they can tell us what to do.
If you can survive one more night, we'll rescue you. Okay, now we gotta go.
What? We're just supposed to keep. We're supposed to keep 7 till 12 free for you. What do you think we are? I got things to do.
We're not the fucking elevator repairman.
Stop using all the matches.
We don't need them anymore. We got pizza. Seriously, I didn't drink any water.
Oh my god.
Did you guys? I didn't see any.
Nobody drank any water at all.
Well, that's part of the reason why.
Yeah, it's the first rule of surviving is drink your water. Drink your Ovaltine. And now, you guys have done your gathering? Did you do it already?
I do the gathering.
No.
Okay, what are you going to gather?
Let's go.
You did iron. You're going to do iron, right? We got.
Yeah, but now I'm wondering if we should just make a huge fire.
You can do that.
Because we have to only last one more night, right? Yeah. So we just have to keep ourselves protected.
Tell you what you guys can do. You guys have the walls, just to speed things along. You have the walls. I want you guys to roll 2d10.
Okay.
2d10.
2d10 each. And
Harlan's
based
losing
on
his mind.
your efforts throughout the day, whatever you guys get, we'll add it together, and you'll put that to your total health for the night.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a.
I got 69.
69.
That's pretty
Wait,
quick.
a 6 and a 9. Okay, so that's 15.
That's a 15.
There's the last one more night, Scat.
Yeah.
13.
13.
That's a 15.
Okay, and Gary, what'd you get?
I got 8 and 3, so 11.
That's 11.
All right, for a total of 37, I believe. No, 39. 39.
Harlan. What are you doing?
All right. So throughout the day, you guys can montage. You prepare. You build weapons. You build armor. You guys do all
takes
this
his shit and rubs it on his chest.
I start looking for iron so that we can build some more weapons.
For what?
So that we can last
You're
through the
looking
night.
for iron. You're looking for, and you get the iron, and you bring it back, and you build some weapons, and everybody's got these nice, shiny weapons of sorts. Swords, spears, maces.
And then we take the rest of our wood and we just start making this huge fire.
Bring me all your iron, and I will make you the most strongest weapons I possibly can.
Yes.
And you do. The blacksmith gets to work building the most beautiful weapons you've ever seen. So each of you guys will get to roll a 2d10 on the attack round.
So right now? Or not yet?
Night has not come yet, fellow traveler.
Okay.
And
do we need to eat?
No, you don't need to eat. You're at full health anyways.
Okay.
So I'm just saying this is the plus 39.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bullshit. whatever. The plus 39 bullshit.
We have to beat 39. Is that the number?
No, that's the extra HP. Through your combined efforts, you managed to add 39 HP to your base.
Wow.
And you get yourself weapons.
This is what we do best.
Just to speed things along for the ending. So
no, what we do best is sing and dance. This is completely out of our league.
You're right.
Never mind. This is what we do best. Keep telling yourself this is what we do best.
No, I think we need to sing as we kill people. I'm thinking Dancing Queen or something else.
We need to sing as we kill, and then we can go and bring all of this back to the boat show. Sing as we kill and dance as we go.
He was the drummer.
And bring all the story back to the goat show.
So you sing into the night as your base is prepared. You guys all have sturdy weapons, and because I gave you guys weapons, I gotta use that on some of the HP. I'm gonna bring that HP that you rolled instead of 39. It's gonna be at 29. But you all have weapons, which is great, which will even be even better.
It's a fair trade.
It's a fair trade, yeah. So your base total health is 39 anyways with the walls.
Right.
And you've got 2 attacks each. Now, the sun disappears beyond the horizon, and the singing of Gary fills the air. And does Milligan join in? And does everybody sing?
Of course, but we sing our signature tunes.
I just can't remember how it goes.
So we got to hear each of your signature tunes before the wave comes.
Right.
Just to
change your mind. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. Should have done the lyrics.
And as
Goalie
swims
what you guys do in the background. Honey,
Goalie swims through the cove. He's like, "Are they singing up there?
If you need me, let me know. Gonna be around. If you got no place to go, if you're feeling down."
And the singing keeps on happening, and Goalie's swimming around. He's like, "Wow, they're singing. That guy has a really nice voice." And then he sees bubbles rising from the water. He's like, "What the hell?"
I farted.
And then he's he must have farted. Yeah, he does think that. And he giggles, and he keeps on swimming. And meanwhile, another voice pipes through the darkness, and it is that of
Milligan.
Let's hear it, Milligan.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. Why now? You should somehow. I can't keep on going.
Nice.
Oh, the bird.
Yeah.
Okay, and last, and Gary continues to swim, and more bubbles come up. And he's like, "Whoa, man. I don't know what I had for lunch, but this is bad gas." And then more. He's like, "This is strange. Normally it's not." And then he sees it. A black shadow emerging from the adamantine waters. And it steps before him. Ah! He screams into the night, but it isn't heard over the sound of Gary singing.
That's right. We're stuck on the island. We're stuck on this island. We just need to get back to the boat. We're stuck on the island. We're stuck on the island. And we need to get back to the boat.
You got a round of applause for that. You
good. Thanks.
Well done.
The creatures stomp onto the shore. And these ones look strange. They're covered in chitin-like fragments and shell casings. And, well, shells. Just regular shells, not casings. And they walk along the beach, and they look well armored as they step towards the other humans.
Oh my, these are much more armored than the ones we've seen in previous nights.
This is the final countdown. The final wave, everybody. Final wave begins now. So, let's do our attacks. Everybody roll 2d10.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing
Doing it. Everybody's doing it. They're all rolling their d10s. Harlan looks a little confused. He's looking around. Oh, it looks like he has dropped a deuce. And Gary, Alex has opened his mouth wide, and he's putting his hands up frantically and saying, "Wow, wow, wow!" Oh. And what did everybody roll?
I rolled a deuce.
A deuce?
Which should be 12.
12.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 12.
9.
And I rolled a total of, get this, 18.
8.
Woo!
But that's not even possible.
A 10 and an 8.
Right.
That's not
So we
even
got
possible.
39 plus 39.
Oh, it is.
39 plus 39 is 78. This episode of Survival El Tropico is 78. The number 78. And let's see how strong this motherfucking wave is.
200. You guys died.
Okay, so let's see. Gotta find the right piece of paper here. You can't play a role-playing game if you don't have paper.
Can't play a
All right.
role-playing game if you don't have paper.
So,
Back in my day, we didn't have paper.
Back in my day, we didn't have role-playing games.
the amount of defense you're taking off is 39. The amount of damage that you're doing against the wave is also 39. So, let me roll here.
Space and time implode on itself.
Wait a minute.
We got an 8. We got a 9, so that's 17. We got 18. We got 23. Plus 100 is 123 is the strength of this wave.
Oh, shit. We did 39?
39 plus 39.
And what about our buddy? Goalie.
Goalie. Oh. So, I was going to leave this for later.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. I got ahead of myself. Anyway,
Yeah.
no.
We don't know about Goalie. He hasn't
don't know
arrived.
He's still fully nude.
But still fully nude, yeah. Well, 100 and what did I say? 23 is the strength of the wave.
And we're 79.
Wait, no. 103.
You said 100 and something, yeah.
103. So, first wave, 103 minus 78 is... Dun, 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 dun. Math. Dun, 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 dun.
This is getting scary.
Math. Dun, 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 dun. Wait,
What was
hold
the
on.
numbers?
103 minus 78. What? No. Hold on. Oh, well.
25.
I was going to screen share it, but yes, 25. So 25 points of damage break through into the encampment.
Oh, no!
Oh,
shit.
Gary, because you rolled the highest, you get to decide how that damage is dished out between the three of you.
What?
How much damage?
25 points of damage.
Between the three of us?
Between the three of you, yeah.
Do we have 25 points of
Yeah,
damage?
we each
to the
have
three of us?
10, so we can
You each
live.
have 10.
Unless you decide to kill one of us.
No.
No.
That won't be happening. Let me I lost my thing here, so I'm just going to grab it out. Let's see, 23, we each have 10. That means we can, if you go, I'll take 4, 5, 6,
Carry the one.
8.
8 points of damage to you.
Yeah, which leaves a total remaining of 15?
17.
You do an 8 and 8 and a 7.
Wait, what did you say,
Right?
23?
No?
25 points, right?
25.
25 points.
Yeah, 17.
8, and a 9.
And then,
8
so,
and 9. Oh, shit. Whoops.
okay, no, I'll take 9 points of damage. I don't have 10. 2, 4, 10. I'll take 9. And then the 8 to you two.
Okay.
Okay, so the horde breaks through. You weren't expecting these armored creatures to break through, and they do more damage to you than you could even anticipate. But you are still holding on by a thread, and you still have your sturdy weapons. Let's move to round 2.
Fight.
Fight! Everybody roll your damage.
Damn it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do
2d10.
it. I'm gonna fucking fuck him up. Fuck. Oh, 9. That sucked.
A total of 9?
What is it? 1d10?
2d10.
2d10.
You should have 2 little sword things from your sturdy weapon.
Right. Oh shit! 17.
Whoa!
Nice.
Woo. And Gary?
Oh, 8 plus 6. 7 plus 6.
14.
7 plus 6.
13.
So 13.
All right. With your last ounces of strength, you manage to vanquish the horde. Describe it for me in your most epic way possible.
We're like this.
Maybe we do it like a whimper. It's like not all battles end with a glorious bout of. It's just like a lucky touch, and the guy's like, oh, and he falls over and dies. We're like, wait, was that it?
We're like,
was that the last guy?
Yeah.
I've got
my...
no legs. I've got 1 hit point. So I've got
like,
1 arm, no legs, and no arm. I'm like.
It's like, do you ever think those battles they always know when the last guy's ready? Like in Lord of the Rings at Helm's Deep, do you think like the dude fighting him knows it's the last guy, or is he just like, huh, and then he turns to the next guy, he's like, oh, wait, that's it, we're good.
That's it? Oh.
That's how I feel like we'd be. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
I think that was the last guy.
Yeah, you're still like hacking and slashing.
High five.
All right. And so with a fizzle, the battle ends. And you are all pretty hungry because that's basically as you fight, you get more hungry. That's
I'm
how it kind of
ravenous, one would say, and I think I could go for a little piece of Jarrett Coombs. Who's with me?
That's okay. Any more of that squirrel melange left?
No, but you know what? I think I'll whip something nice up for you guys.
Oh, you guys make up some food, and you chat a little bit into the night, and eventually you all go to bed and await the boat to arrive the next morning.
The boat. Do you guys think it'll? And we dream in bed. Do you guys think the boat will be like the boat we left on, or do you think it'll be bigger? Or what?
I hope there's a stage for us.
Oh, a big stage with lights.
Guys, I've got it. I'm picturing this Tropica. What did you call this place again?
Tropolis, Milligan's Island.
Tropolis,
No,
Milligan
ladies.
Island, the musical. I'm seeing it on Broadway. Oh my God, this is beautiful. We're gonna do. Oh yeah. Once we get back to that boat, I don't care the size. All I need is a writer and you two.
And you know what? When you think about this, knowing that we're rescued tomorrow, this is actually pretty nice. This is a pretty nice, vacation when you think about it. We got warm, sunny beaches. We got to kill a few people, which was really nice. I mean, sometimes it's nice just kind of fucking up some shit. We didn't lose our minds entirely. We got to see Gary's dick. To me, it's about a 9 out of 10. I gotta say, I've had worse vacations. I've been to New Jersey.
Hey, and here comes the rescue boat.
And sure enough, you've talked the night away, and the sun is coming up, and a decent-sized, what would that, like, Red Cross boat is floating towards you, and you can see it in the different distance, and you can hear a honking sound. And the soundtrack from Jurassic Park begins to play in the background as you all start slowly walking towards the beach, and you get into the water, and you're running slow motion towards it. Yes, yes! And then you see a tentacle larger than a building rise out of the water beside the boat.
Holy.
And crashes down on top
of the boat
and cracks it in two, and people are inside crying, and the boat sinks, and the three of you are left on the tropical island to survive another day more.
Wait, it's not over yet.
What do you mean it's not over?
Because I want to turn to the others and say, but look, guys, it's not all bad. We have warm sandy beaches. We have a tentacle coming out from behind us, and we got more knights to fight. And then Gary goes mad and starts crying.
It's because I got a small dick.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, this was, what was the name of it?
This was Survival El Tropico.
Survival El Tropico.
But the name of the, what do you call this one? Something code? Didn't you say this one was called, had an episode name called Something's Code?
Oh yeah, Code, Cove Craziness.
Cove Craziness.
Right.
Well done, Justin.
This was, yeah,
Cool
well done,
system.
Justin. This is a crazy system. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Needs some tweaking, but still, the role playing made it interesting.
Yeah. No, and I like how it's a little bit of a different system. How it comes in waves. You know, you're like,
it's sort of like Minecraft almost.
It's tower defense. It's a tower defense
for sure.
type.
okay, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight on this crazy adventure. This has been Survivo El Tropico. It's a little adventure that my friend Justin make. It's a lot of fun. You're doing a good time for us. And I got fun too. So thank you for hanging out. We can do the end game XP, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. So maybe we give it to William Miller for that poem.
Yeah, I was just actually thinking about saying
when
that
the night rolls in and the bros roll out, shenanigans begin with a spear made stout, and the creatures rise, harass the dudes that be, from the forest cries and from the depths of the sea. They must gather gear to defeat the foe, small penis fear, confidence to go. On the island lost, survived by wit, but at what cost? What the shit?
Dude, what the shit?
Let's give it to William Miller for that.
That's a great poem. I like that.
I closed my thing too early.
Yeah, so well done. William, you
Excellent
get
job,
XP.
Will.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out. Next Wednesday, I don't know what we're back with. I want Chris to do a one-shot, so maybe he'll do one. Worst case scenario, I'll do one, or Joe will do one, or maybe Alex will do one.
I'm working on something. I meant to email you earlier.
For next Wednesday?
Sure.
Cool. What is it? Give us a taste.
The plan is to finally do a shadow run.
Next Wednesday? You're not gonna have
Yes.
time. No. Let's
Yeah,
save it.
it's about the basic idea.
Okay. Well, let's save it.
Even if it's not a true shadow run, it's going to be based in that time setting, like futuristic kind of.
So let's just call it a futuristic kind of game, because Shadowrun's one that people have been waiting for like goddamn ever. If you don't do it justice, Alex, they're gonna hate you.
Okay, I'll try.
But we will do something next week for sure. I think maybe we'll be doing.
We'll be back here next week.
A one shot. Maybe Chris will do one. Maybe I'll do one. Like I said, maybe Joe will do one. And maybe this weekend, I don't know, maybe a spooky stream with some Evil Dead 2. You guys let me know.
Holy moly.
Evil Within 2. You guys let me know if you want to see that spooky stream one of these weeknights or one of these weekends this weekend.
Holy maloli.
Holy maloli. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Well done again,
thank you.
Justin. Such a blast.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Had a blast with you guys all.
Woo!
You guys have a wonderful night, and we will see you next week. And as my buddy David always likes to say,
hold me close.
hold me close. Good night, everybody.